Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and we're about to start the show. That's right, guys. We're here to start the show. It's actually Sunday Fun Day in America, but it's Monday. It's a Monday in Australia. Today in Brisbane, let me tell you, beautiful 20 degrees Celsius, mostly sunny, just absolutely perfect weather. It is so beautiful. Okay, guys, let's run the intro. Hello. We've got our very special Timely back on the show. How are you going, Timely? We have
Good.
missed
How you
you.
going?
We have missed you. No end there, and
Thank you.
I'm surprised you came on. According to the narc, you weren't coming back.
And as we all know, it's all a load of bullshit just to stir up a bit of drama, right?
Yeah. It seems that way, but hey.
The thing that
Hey,
Narc isn't aware of, I guess, is that you and I, we talk almost daily, or we're always in communication with each other, and you know exactly what I'm doing and my intentions. Happy days.
oh, I'll just grab this. Just one tick. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Not a problem. So yeah, today is Monday here in Australia, and tomorrow is Anzac Day. And tomorrow is a day that we remember our everyone that served in our armed forces, Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and for the people that fought in many wars, and we have our parades to honour these people. It's just a shame that they didn't make today a public holiday too, because we could have gone 4 days straight. That would have been fantastic, but it is what it is. How's everyone in the chat going at the moment? Starchy seems to be in fine form. We all see you, Starchy. We all see you. I see you, Starchy Reaper. But yeah. We've got, was Australian World War II? Yes, we were actually. We fought all through the Pacific Islands, and we were also in North Africa, believe it or not. Mike the Snake. We have Mikey on the channel. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good.
Thank you, Big Dave. Also, we what do you call it? So we've got at the moment, Mikey. We've got Archie on a phone call.
hey, I'm back. That was just a very quick.
Okay.
Sorry. Hey, how are you guys going there? We've got some fantastic, Mike. It's fantastic to see you. How you been,
Thanks.
man?
Good. I just got back from my family hunt that I went on with with my brothers. We went pig hunting this weekend.
Okay,
And,
you be careful with guns and that. There, just be careful.
oh, of course. I've
some
been
very
hunting my entire life.
nasty hunting accidents.
Come
I
on,
get
man.
worried. I don't know
This is
about you.
American.
Timely in
Yeah.
Australia, I get a bit worried with shit like that. Do you?
Look, you got to be very careful. I've been hunting once. I went for boar and kangaroo, and you just have to know what you're doing. You have to know handle a firearm properly, and
best
you just
not
need
to
to
drink.
make
I
sure.
would say too. What do you think? Best not to drink.
Oh
Best
yeah,
not
you
to
say,
Yeah, no, you don't mix generally.
Firearms and booze don't go
I
terribly
took
well.
my first gun course when I was 10, I think. Gun safety course, 2-day course. Got my license at a very young age, and was dove and duck hunting. with shotguns at a super young age, and then when I got a little bit older and through high school was deer, and then recently it's all about wild boar, wild pigs. And
Showcase watchers, Starchy, feel free to say all the nasty comments you like in the chat, but it's going to cost you a $20 super chat. Otherwise, any nasty comments will be removed and you'll be banned for the show. Up to you. Very good.
There you go.
Couldn't have said it better.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So,
and we love James. James is a great guy. James
Archie,
is a great guy.
I wanted to just say hi because I've been gone for a little bit, and I've got
Yes,
family.
sir.
I've got to drop off for a little bit, and I'll be back in a little bit. But I wanted to say hi and let you know I'm back, and I'll be back in a little while.
Okay.
And I missed you guys terribly.
I just want to bring up something on the screen. Someone sent me this cartoon. Well, it was not a cartoon, it was just an image. I thought it was quite funny. I'm bringing it up now for you guys. Here, look at this. When people see my watches and think I'm rich, bro, I'm just irresponsible.
That's pretty accurate in a lot of cases.
Yeah. 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 It's very fair point, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be with some people. You know, it depends. Depends on their financial disposition. You know.
Yes.
Like
yes.
on one hand, it could be nothing, and on another hand, it could be a totally irresponsible fucking move. 100%.
Super duper, absolutely super chat.
Holy big Mish, $100. Archie, I'm done with the community. That said, I wanted to thank you for driving to get better collection by calling it soulless and poor person collection. Because of you, I strive to have a better collection and to avoid having a mid-tier collection.
Yeah, that's why I'm just sitting and waiting until I got enough to get another, high upper tier watch. I'm not going to go buy another $500 Seiko. That ain't happening.
I think that
hang
deserves.
On. We're going to do this. We want, for that money, we want to see Archie dance, mate. Right? So let's go, Archie.
Super chat. Where have you been? Super chat. Visit the Queen.
Best things in life for free.
Big Mish. Big Mish. Big Mish. Super chat. Big Mish now. Super chat. Thank you, Big Mish. Thank you so much there.
Here's what I have to say. Check out the back of my jacket.
Oh, Chingao.
Oh, sorry, we did it at the same time. Go. Hang on.
Do it again. Turn around again.
One more time.
Turn around again.
You're too quick, mate.
Oh, Chingao. Look at that.
Chingao, man.
That's so cool.
Nice. What'd you do to put that on? Yeah.
I used whiteout with my left hand.
Only like
I did it on purpose to make it look kind of fucked up.
Left-handed liquid paper. You're the man.
Yeah, totally liquid paper on my $500 leather jacket. You bet. That's the way you do it.
Mikey.
I'm off to go ride the duck.
Can you explain that?
I'm gonna hop on my Ducati and go for a quick ride.
Okay.
Oh, the duck. Duck.
Yeah, that's the
duck.
Kind of the nickname for Ducatis. But yeah, my nephew's come up to visit, and I want to catch him before he takes off. So we're gonna go
beautiful,
visit
man.
him really quick.
Thank you for coming on and saying hello. We do appreciate it,
I'll be back before the end. I'll definitely be back. I'm back. I'm just I need to catch. I want to catch him really quick before he goes. And,
no worries at all.
Be back in just a little while.
So, just out of interest, there we've had a few rogue people. Some rogue people were banning. We've got a rogue wrench who's banned some people, and There's only one user banned at the moment, Archie Fatulence. He was being a bit of a dick on last night's show. So yeah, that's kind of that. And yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But tell me this. Did I show you something? Let me show you something timely.
Yep.
You weren't here.
Yeah.
I want to show you. I got that LV, one of the boxes. There's a company that did a little bit of repair work. Do you want to see it?
Yes,
You
yes,
wanna
please,
see it?
please.
So
This is
so
the
this
one
one.
that was covered in paint and glue and all sorts of shit, wasn't it?
Okay, so do you want to see the before photo? I can pull that
Yeah,
up
yeah.
first. Let's have a look. Just give me a moment, sir.
You're on.
I've got to find it. Just give me a moment.
You had the two boxes, yeah?
Yeah, I've there was the monogram one, and then
Yeah.
there was the other one. Just hang on.
You're on.
So what I basically what I did was, oh, here we go. Yep. Okay, here we go. Here's a good photo. So I'm just going to pull up. This is the before. So these the reason these the burglars didn't take them. They couldn't get the safe. They cut into the safe. They couldn't get these boxes out. Otherwise, they would have taken them. They wouldn't have left them. Oh, showcase watches. That's actually a good comment. Congratulations, Arch, on going semi-retirement. To going from semi-retirement Only AC can get away with from retiring from semi-retirement and be respected for it. Thank you so much. So let's just call up. I'll show you the. Whoops. I'm going to show you the before picture.
Yep.
Okay. So this is the box before. Okay. So it had actually been sitting in paint. It had some. So if we have a look at that photo, you can see it's got paint all over it, and that was fucking. It was hard to get that off. Some nasty cuts there.
Yeah.
Nasty cuts. Now, okay, so now I've got another photo of that as well. Look at the top. See how it's very badly. Okay, so okay, you can see the picture. Just I want you to see where it's cut into on the picture, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's covered in stuff. Okay, so what I did was I took it. Hello.
Fiber. You need fiber.
Fiber. I tell you what, it really makes your day when Powie comes on. Okay, so that's the before. And what I did was, okay, so that's the before. Now let's have a look at the after. Okay, here we go. So I sent it to this guy who does a little bit of, he just does a bit of touch up work, right?
Yeah.
And I asked him to clean it up for me a bit.
Okay.
He's not fixing the where it got cut because I want to get that top. I think you have to get it replaced. You can't really.
So basically, the entire lid, top part, whatever comes out, like you replace that portion of it.
Yeah. So let's have a look. So I sent it. I don't want to spend too much money doing it because they may not be able to do it, and I've wasted money. Okay, but here we go. We'll look at the bottom first.
Yeah. Yeah, it's immaculate.
Side.
Yeah, that's
you can
good.
Still see the cuts.
Yeah, yeah, but apart from that, it's clean. There's no crap on it.
There's no crap. They've done a good.
That came out pretty good.
Job.
Wow.
Now the top. Do you want to see the top?
Yeah, this was the. Holy shit.
Now, so they touched it up. You see the paint. So they just did that as an experiment to see what they could do.
You can barely see it now because that cut is through the painting.
So unfortunately, one of the cuts did make its way
through.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Which is a real, well, that's just how it is. You know, what can you do?
whoever did this did some bloody good work.
Yeah, so the inside of this one here is actually pretty okay. You know, it's a there was never, it wasn't damaged too badly, but
The
obviously,
cushion's gone.
yes, because they took the watches. They were watches
Oh, they
were
just
on
took
the,
them with the okay, yep.
and that one there was where the Explorer. That was the empty
Rolex.
Explorer cushion. So
At least you got one still.
yes, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, I want to see if LV, because the thing is, LV looks at it and says, "Oh, it's gone." But if I've cleaned it up and say, "Look, all I want is that front thing fixed,"
Yeah,
they can be more receptive to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Let's be honest, because it's gone through. It's going to be the entire lid. Open it up again, Arch. Can I just see the lining inside on the lid where it meets the case?
Yeah, sure. So it's
So that the lining, all that lining on the hinge portion, that entire top lid, that all have to be changed out. Yeah.
Possibly. We'll see what we.
Can I tell you something? See, do you have the other box as well?
It's a different color.
But you have the other box?
Yes. Is
it in good condition or it's damaged?
Oh, it's worse.
Oh,
it's far worse.
But
this was the better one. I only got this one touched up because you want to see the other one. I'll get it if you want it.
Yeah, show me.
You can see it in my corner there. Yeah, but I can get it out if you want. I'll get it out.
Get it out. Is it cut? Oh, watch, she's getting it out. Because the point I want to, like, if the condition of it is worse, but there's no structural damage like cuts or anything like that, I mean, you can get it cleaned up pretty good if they can clean that other one like that. So, and Anthony Napoli replaced the broken bits with counterfeit parts. I don't think Archie wants counterfeit parts, to be honest with you. I know what you're saying. It'll be easier, cheaper. I get it, but I honestly don't think he'd want to do that. Okay,
here we go. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay, so that's cut too. Fuck, they cut them good, eh?
Yeah. See, so you can see, I've tried to clean this up myself.
Yeah.
Now, what has actually happened to this one? Because of where it was in the safe, you see the paint. It's caused this side strip bits to bubble because it was sitting in the paint for a week before I could get it out of the safe.
Oh, fuck.
So that's blistered up there, right? So, and the interior here is really
fucked as fuck though. Yeah.
And
look at the saw mark through it too. Shit.
Deeper cuts, and this.
That's fucked. Yeah.
Thing is, actually. The bottom part is not terrible. The bottom part is actually okay. The bottom
probably the best bit of it now, yeah.
But this tray here, I remember it was right in the middle of the floor, and I knew that because that is where a lot of watches
pulled that out, and it's
they're gone. They're gone, right?
Here's the thing, Archie, right? If you get the guys to clean it up, just like you did the other one, yes, it's going to be in worse condition. Yes, it's going to be fucked. But maybe there's a punter that wants to buy a bit of Archie memorabilia at a discount.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's
what are you going to do with it? You're going to stare at it and mope all day, right?
No. That's a fair point. Yeah, you're right. So this one, you can see it's clearly like I haven't got. Should I take this one to the other guys who cleaned up the other one and say, "Can you
take it to them and see what they can do?" But this time, ask them to try and do some more repair and fix whatever you can. Like the other one, yes, take it to Louis Vuitton, get the top done. This one, see if they can do a lot of repair work first, and then have Louis Vuitton match the material on top. That makes sense. Let them try and repair everything that they can first, and then see where you stand.
Okay.
And then worst case scenario, at least it's clean. And then if a punter wants it at a discount, happy days, right?
It looks better, doesn't it?
A discount, yeah.
See, a lot of this, paint just peels off. It just peels off because it's not really.
Super chat, Arch.
Oh, super chat. 2 RRS $2. Did insurance pay anything? Yes, I have got a settlement with the insurance, and I don't want to go into figures because, you know,
It's your business anyway. But it's about time.
after the robbery. Let me just say this: after the robbery, I wasn't allowed to discuss the security I had because it could stop there. It could hurt the investigation because I had cameras. I couldn't even talk. Everyone said, "Oh, you did this wrong," and I couldn't even answer it. Let me just say this to you. The amount I got for the insurance is between a third and a half. The total I got from, I'm going to answer it this way. The total I got for the insurance is somewhere between a third to half of what I lost. Okay, so that's the best way to answer that there, and
that's fair enough.
That's because the thing is, you start giving personal information, and some fucking asshole, they just come out and slam you. You know what I mean? They just
stop peeling the paint on the fucking thing and put it down. Come on. I know what
it's
you're
like
doing.
It's like sunburn. It's like sunburn. You know, it's like sunburn. Sorry. It's an Aussie joke. You got Americans wouldn't get it.
No, they don't get it.
But you can see it's more fucked than the other one, isn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, it is. But
and
look,
can you believe it? I paid $10,000 fucking dollars for it.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Fucking hell! Just you look at this, you think, fuck.
Let them clean it up and see where you stand. Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that because it is sad. It's really sad when you see something you fucking you spent so much money on. It's really sad. It's sad. It's fucking sad. But
Jared Coffin says we get sunburns too. Yeah, but you don't know sunburn like we know sunburn, sunshine.
Yeah, we're Aussie.
Yeah.
So
come around here and you'll
actually,
know.
Just out of interest, there, that cabinet, I kept some mementos from the burglary. I don't know if that's a good idea or a dumb idea. What do you think?
Look, does it make you happy?
Doesn't make me anything. Doesn't do anything. Well, doesn't do anything.
Fuck it. Just leave it for now. Your main focus now is making things back to good, yeah? And that starts with you. Do your Louis Vuitton boxes. Fuck this chair off. Look at the chair.
Yeah. I know. I actually, JJ gave me some money to fix it up. And I just haven't had a chance to go to the special. I want to get... I know what I want to get. I'm keeping it just so I know exactly what chair I want because I want the same one.
BC, my mate's back. Look at that. Love it. What a top guy. I love him.
So there you go. RRS.
Yeah.
That's the story. So, you know, with the money came in, I've paid down some HELOC.
Yeah.
I've got to be a bit sensible. That's basically what I've done there. So it is what it is.
At least now you've got a bit of peace of mind. It's all done, right? So the insurance settlement's done. So you're not in limbo going, fuck, what's going on? When's it going to happen? It's just, that's it. It's finished. Closed. That chapter's done. Move on. Sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry now about what's going to happen. Am I going to get anything? You know. Done.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is, you know. What can you do?
So this chair, JJ's donated to get you another chair.
Yes, that's correct. So that will be happening, okay?
You need to go chasing out soon because that thing's fucking nasty.
I know, it is pretty fucking nasty. So
it's pretty fucked, right? So it's one of the last things from the robbery to some degree of shit we're going to see every day. Fuck it off. Enjoy breaking this one. Let's smash this one on camera when you get the next one. Have it ready outside. Let's get a sledge and get super chats going and smash this fucking thing. I'll donate for this one too. I did the last one. So let's donate to get this one destroyed too.
Yes.
But we'll wait till we have the new one because that garden furniture fucked you back last time.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
did manage to catch a little bit of the weekend streams, and I think it was the Friday stream in breaks, bits and pieces on replays. Man, you looked happy. You were getting your mojo back. There was times where Narc pissed you off and you fired up good. Good for you. You're
Yes.
starting to come back.
Yes.
It's good
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's
Now I've got a question for you,
Yes, sir.
Archie. Do you know what a 5036 Patek is? The
Yes,
5036?
yes. That's like my annual calendar, except they came on a bracelet, and they had a slightly, they had a slightly, they had a slightly different dial layout.
Yeah.
Slightly different dial layout. Yes, bring it up. Bring it up,
So,
Timely.
to the people that don't know what we're talking about, this is the watch,
55,000. Fuck.
right? It's expensive, eh? 55K.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say?
But it's
Beautiful.
on a bracelet. It's on a bracelet, but see, because you the one I had
it's out of stock here, Archie, right? But that's not the point
Yeah.
why I brought it up. But
No.
is this beautiful?
It is gorgeous watch.
Okay, now you're about to say this is on a bracelet. Yours
Was on a strap. So the bracelets themselves they were fucking expensive option. A bracelet on a Patek was crazy money. Crazy.
Well, right now, in one of the Facebook watch forums, actually probably across all of them, this exact model in Australia is going for, how much was it? It's going for, sorry, my screen's in the way. He's got it for 56,900 Australian. All right, so roughly about the same price with bracelet. And the reason I decided to bring it up is because your one reminded me of this.
Yeah. No, it's a very interesting sort of watch there.
And you don't see these coming up for sale all the time, like on the groups and all that. So when you see one pop up, oh, hey, hello. But yeah, this reminded me of your one.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying there.
So you've got the 5196.
Yes, sir.
You've got a Patek, beautiful Patek. Has that scratched the Patek itch?
Look, I'll be honest with you. It's actually just give me 1 minute. Can I just give me 1 minute? I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah,
give me a minute.
Sure. So you got Anthony Napoli. Can't get upset because he exploded on him. He spent a week begging Archie to explode. Yes, 100%. He was shit stirring Archie for a whole week, trying to get him to do a number on him, pretty much. And yeah, Anthony, pretty much that's what happened. So unfortunately, you know, you get what is it? You sow what you reap, kind of thing. Chit chat 5036 Patek in UK on chrono is 30k or 30,000 pound, and 35 available worldwide. Yeah. So, hang on. AD never calling. We'll wait for Archie to come back for that one, Patrick. But would love to go through that one. So yeah, the reason I brought this one up, it just reminded me of Archie's calendar that he had before. And it's good to see you've got Archie now. He's getting the Louis Vuitton box ready. He's got his collection sort of on its way back. I think he's missing one or two pieces from the original Archie combo that he used to have. And yeah, it's just good to see him, you know, back in action pretty much. So let's go have a look and see what's going on at the moment watch-wise. So you've got Mr. Jean-Claude Biver, and this is his Tourbillon. So how do we feel about the brand Biver? I mean, to me, it's great when the man himself is rejuvenating brands and bringing more back into into vogue, I guess. And he's done that with quite a few, and he's very good and innovative, and he knows what he's doing. And then he's gone and done his own thing after retirement. What is it? I don't know. I just called Timely's boss and try and give him some more shifts. Yeah, well, look, it is what it is. I'm just trying to stay afloat here while the big man's not around. So, yeah. So, all right, we'll get into that. Why not? Fuck it. So, yeah, at the moment, we are in the process of moving workplace. My shift times will be changing, could be any time this month. And then I won't be on the stream full time, and I'll just be sort of whenever I've got the time. But we've spoken, Archie and I, about what's going to happen going forward and all that, and he's really cool with it. So we're all good.
Guys, we got a super chat here from AD Never Calling.
Correct.
Dollars.
You.
Fuck this. Look at this. You read this, I take it?
No. I haven't read it yet. I was waiting for you.
What's fuck this fuckto? Big Me sends $100 super chat to say goodbye to Duck Community. This message brings no reaction other than a dance for the $100. Then straight to stupid Viking Mike Chingao's jacket. The end is near. Farewell, Mish. Look, I got to tell you, he's a lovely guy, Big Mish. And I've had some really good conversations with him. Maybe he should come on and we can have a chat to him. He can tell us why is he leaving the community if he wants to.
To be honest, I've spoken with a few mates, and I mean, there's a bunch of people that are looking. They've got what they want, and they're kind of done with all the bullshit. So, yeah, and I don't mean like the drama and whatever on the YouTubes. I mean, they're just sick of the buying and selling. They're sick of the bullshit people that ghost you. They're sick of the pricing. They're sick of all sorts of stuff. So.
Yeah. It's look, I got to tell you honestly, Timely.
Thank you, Jared Coffin. Thank you very much.
No worries, Timely. We totally get it. Yeah, look. Obviously, Timely's got to look after his paid gig, his number one job. This is just a side hustle and a hobby. That's all it is. So he has to look after. You can't put your main gig in jeopardy because.
That's all food on the table and pays the bills, right? So
exactly, and
I'm like I said, whenever I got the time, I'm here. I'm always on. So
hey, that's exactly it. Look, we will see what happens there. Just out of interest, that's the National Geographic horse that was damaged in the burglary. Had paint all over him. I was going to throw him out, but I just put him in the cabinet.
Try and clean the shit off the hair, off the mane, whatever you call it there, and then just leave it because the rest looks like it's supposed to be there. Like it's one of those,
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't know. It's kind of sad, but
listen,
look, it is. I just kept that souvenir.
Archie.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, AD. Patrick's upset. We need to give this a bit more.
100%. Yes. Look, I've just I got to tell you, with Big Mish leaving the community, that's why I brought out the horse for Big Mish there, because he liked the sheep, didn't he?
Yeah.
Remember, he liked the sheep. You know what? Sometimes this hobby. How do you find this? I'll tell you who also has disappeared is Strider. Remember Strider?
Yeah, Strider was every second of every day on every stream, and then all of a sudden we're Striderless.
Yeah, and I get it. Sometimes it can. That's why I always say to people, don't go too fast so quick. Just come in slowly if you want to come on the stream.
Did he end up getting that Rolex he was after?
No, I never heard anything. No, I never.
Very hard to make it.
He had the Tudor. He had the Tudor.
Yeah.
He had the Tudor, but he never To my knowledge, he got his wife's watch serviced.
Yeah.
And look, it's a tricky thing. A lot of these guys here, it's very tricky. The watch community itself is pretty. It's a tough place. It is tough. It's tough to sometimes this hobby it does give you the shits at times. You know, like even
Yeah.
with I'll be honest with you, with Narc and that there, some of the, you know, it took a lot of collateral damage. He caused a lot of fucking damage, right? He fucked off Angelic. He fucked off Sirocco. And I know Bear says, oh, no big deal with Sirocco, but you try running the night stream when no one fucking comes on. Sirocco comes on. He's got a nice personality. Nice.
I like Sirocco. He's a good bloke.
He's a positive guy.
Yeah.
He's a lot more fucking positive than TW. TW is poison. Fuck me dead. That guy is fuck me dead.
That was a fucking train wreck, wasn't it?
Oh, and that was bullshit. That's just a shtick. It wasn't even real. We
So
went
it
there
was like,
trying.
it was like a discount version of plastic.
It wasn't funny. You don't
No.
joke with things. There's certain things are not funny. And
He was trying that first, from what I remember, he was doing like a bit of a plastic shtick, and then it just went stupid. Like he was on that sort of a road of like trying to be like plastic, and then he made a full left turn and just went off his own tangent. It was just fucking stupid.
Even plastic never went that bad.
No way. 100% no.
You know, and JT, I spoke to Angelic yesterday, okay? I spoke to him for about 20 minutes. I fixed up the money, and I said, man, you're always welcome back. That's what I said to Angelic, okay? So the funny thing is, what do you think that this hobby itself, can you get shitted off with it?
Yes,
what do you think?
definitely.
Can you get...
Well, there's...
Like, what pisses you off in this hobby? Like you were asking me before I went... Sorry, I got to grab this super chat.
Yeah.
Paul Salesius, $20. Archie, everyone must acknowledge you got balls of steel. I don't know how I would handle what happened to you, and you are still here for us. Thank you, Paul Salesius. Paul Salesius is this lovely guy I met in Singapore. He flew to Singapore for the Patek show, and he's also got a platinum world time. And I actually I picked up, when I met Paul Salesius, I had my 5035, just came back from service.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that watch is no longer with me, Paul, as you know. You were asking something very interesting, timely. You were saying to me, has my Patek scratched the itch? That's what you said to me, right? Has it scratched the itch? You know what? Now, let me just bring up some pics here. So, because we like to see a few things there. So,
look, just on this super chat before we go too far, I know you're gonna bring up some photos, cool. But so like everyone's going, oh, Archie this, Archie that, you need your mojo, you need to fire up, you need this and that. Archie right now is sitting where people fucking broke in and destroyed his place and emptied his safe and could quite possibly have put his family in danger. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to face that.
Exactly right.
You got your own shit going on, and then you had to deal with all the bullshit that happened during, the past few months. I think you're doing quite well, mate. You're still standing,
you, sir.
right? You're still.
Thank you, sir.
So
let's have a look here. I was going to bring this photo up just to show you. You know what? I'll show it to you. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at this here. So the two on the side there, I haven't paid for yet, but that's my Explorer. I've got that back. That's my Speedy, was given to me by Dave, Cove, and Ronnie.
Yep.
That's my Bluesy, and that's the Patek. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? The other two here, I've got an option to buy.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know what? I've got to be totally honest with you. That's my dream collection there. Now, people funnily enough, they say, "Oh, that's so boring. You're recreating." Well, you know what? You asked me the question, Timely.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Is one pattern? You know what? I think it maybe is enough.
With all that around it, it probably is.
No,
This is the thing that, you know, people have said on the street. Even when I'm here, you brought up the picture before, and not this picture, but you know, you've gone through your collection. And they've
sure.
gone, man, you're just doing the same thing over again. Try something new. Do this, do that. But you know what?
Yes.
When this is what you love, yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Perfection for ourselves, individuals. This is what you love. So you get what
See-
you love. If it's the same
see-
as what you had, then oh well. Super chat.
That's exactly it. Neo! Thank God Neo is back. Some rogue wrench banned him. Thank God you're back, Neo. Neo, $5. What best describes your balls? Jingly jangly, missing in action, in escrow until OC gives back the keys. I'd say they're a bit blue balls at the moment. My wife's been working 4 days in a row. There you go. A little bit too much information, but we'll move on there, Neo. You know what? I got to tell you the truth.
Hang on. Hands, knees, and toes. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Yeah, I'm boring. That's good. No worries. Thank you very much. Jump on.
Well,
Give
why
us a
don't
hand.
you? Why
don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll drop a link for you. Jump on. Be a man. Jump on.
on.
Let's go. Yeah.
Look, you know what?
Hold the show for a start. SD43.
Timely.
Yeah, I am facilitating to some degree, but this is what the man likes. What's he going to do? Buy a whole new fucking collection and not enjoy it? And Paul Salesius again, $20, Archie.
Paul Salesius, $20. Archie, the two-tone king. Why buy something else when you know the best? What the fuck are we to tell the pontiff what to get? I personally owe you a lot, Archie. Hey, thank you,
Exactly.
Paul. Look, this may not be to everyone's taste, but for me...
It's to yours.
Oh, someone's knocking. 1 minute.
No, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like, to SD43 as well. Like, you know, I get it. Yes, you're facilitating. I understand that. But at the same time, I mean, these aren't fucking cheap, and the man's spending his own money to buy them. So why would I even be presumptuous enough to tell him what he should and shouldn't buy? It's not my money. I mean, it doesn't make me happy. It makes him happy. So fuck it. If this is what the man likes, this is what the man gets. And you got Neo.
Look, Neo, Arch, don't say a word. The way you look at me says it all. Hey, Neo.
Happy days. You know what? Just because, look, we haven't really been playing too much stuff because it's been a little bit serious and whatever at the moment. But for all the lovely super chats that we got, I'm going to play a couple of clips here just to say thank you.
Sure.
Baby super chat, baby super chat. Baby super chat, baby super chat.
Bring in some super chats. Let's get this thing happening. Super chat, baby. Super chat. Let's get this on, baby.
Tune into ArchieLuxury. Tune into ArchieLuxury. Does 2 streams on a daily, but that guy won't do shit for free. ArchieLuxury live stream. We got Mike the Snake and his hunting cat. Pantera, Toby Frackers. What do you think of that? You won't engage till you super chat. ArchieLuxury live stream. ArchieLuxury, you're looking depressed. You've come onto your show, but you're only half dressed in a Hermes shirt. Forget the rest. ArchieLuxury live stream.
And I got to tell you, you know what, Timely? Thank you so much for that very nice music there. Let me just say this to you, Timely. You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at things and you say, how much do you really need? That's my dream collection. I haven't paid for that yet. I got some pieces, but you know what? We'll see how it goes, okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Timely. I think I get a lot of joy out of smaller collections now. And I got to tell you, geez, I sent my dad's Datejust to an independent to get serviced. His crown doesn't screw in. The threading's had it, right?
What's he got?
He's got a 16234.
Okay, yeah.
And I got to tell you, it was actually, do you want to see a photo? Our good friend Marky's just sent me a photo. He's at dinner with Jin. Do you want to see that?
Yeah, pull it up.
We'll
Hopefully
bring
they're
that
not
up.
having fish.
Yeah, so the quote to service and replace that crown, the tube, $450. Is that expensive, or you think that's reasonable?
Hey. Sorry, hang on. I just pull it up. We've got the photo on screen there, boys.
Yes,
Good
look
to
at
see you
that.
hanging out. Jin, stay off the fish if Mark's driving you home.
Jin looks a bit worried there, doesn't he? Doesn't seem super happy. Is he? I don't know.
I think it's just one of those moments where he's probably about to look up when the thing went off. But yeah, it looks a bit worried in that photo. Yeah.
Do you want to see the food? Do you want to see some of the food?
Yeah, why not? There's only three of us.
It actually looks pretty scrumptious, I must say. So let's have a look. Let's bring the food up. Here we go. Look at this here. How's that?
Actually looks quite good.
Yep. And there's one more dish. We'll bring up the next dish. Holy shit. What is this? This is actually, I've had this. This is like a bird's nest. You know the bird's nest? Okay.
Bring it up.
I'll bring it up.
Well, you know they're only going to get halfway home anyway, and either there's going to be vomit down the side of the Lincoln or it'll break down.
They're not cheap. Those stinking Lincolns are not cheap. Sorry, I just got to get the photo. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, it's already gone.
They're bloody dear. They're not cheap. These are not cheap. These are not cheap cars. I thought they were average American, apparently. Here we go. Look at that. It's the bird's nest. Isn't that delicious? Look, you can see cashew nut.
Yeah.
Fuck, that looks really scrumptious, doesn't it? Like the little sweet, what's that, baby corns? Baby corn to go with baby cow.
Baby cow.
That looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Looks good. So how would you rate your local Vietnamese restaurant?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. But that doesn't mean to say this isn't better. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I'm not comparing. I just you love it and you go there quite often. That's all.
Actually, I've stopped. Actually, to be completely frank with you, I've actually been eating a lot more. I've been cooking noodles at home with vegetables because it used to be so cheap, but everything seems. I don't know. Everything seems to have gone up. Can I say that to you?
Yeah. Everything's getting more expensive now. Is it because our dollar's tanking more, or what is it, you reckon?
Well, this is internally. It's not even buying stuff from overseas. You go to the, everything is more expensive. It's sort of.
Archie, you're talking about Dad's watch, right?
Yes.
Which iteration of that model is it? What's the dial? Okay. What color? What is it?
So it's an X serial number, Holes case, 16234.
Yeah.
And it is it's a sapphire crystal, quick set.
What color dial?
Silver with stick markers.
Silver with stick. Okay, no worries. Let's have a look. I just want to bring one up. That's all, so everyone knows what we're.
Yeah, actually, exactly. Good idea. Timely. So
you told me, is this the one?
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
How much are they selling that for at Sega?
Bullshit ad, but yeah, $6.
It's expensive, $6,000. Okay, and that's a steel bezel as well. That's not even a white gold.
No, that's just a steel one. But
that'd be a 16. That reference would be a 16220.
No, that's a 16234. They've got it listed as.
That bezel's a steel engine turn bezel. It can't be a 16234 because that's white gold. I don't
Sorry,
Okay, fair.
they've got it listed
Okay.
as. You could be right, they could be wrong, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's what it's
no, that's okay. I can tell that's not
Yeah.
white gold. I can tell you now, but that's okay. That's okay. It is what it is.
So what's wrong with Dad's watch anyway?
The crown won't screw back in. It's just completely. He's very
Yeah.
aggressive.
So the threads on the what do you call it? The crown tube's fucked. Is that it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's not that hard to do. That's just they buy the crown tube and they just push it in, push it up.
Here's a comment from my good friend Tommy. Losing Narc is a bad thing for the income, but more importantly, the entertainment. I truly hope that's made right. Yeah, you try working with him every day. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
People think coming on here is just you
easy.
come on, talk some shit, happy days, and away you go. There's a lot more to it than that. And there's a lot more pressure than that as well. I implore anyone who thinks it's easy right now to grab this fucking link and jump on and do a couple of solid hours here and see how you feel after you're done.
Oh, Serdi wants the link. I'm going to post the link.
I've
yes,
just
sir.
dropped it. I've just dropped it.
It is tough. It's tough. Okay. It's not as easy as people make out.
I love you too, hands, knees, and toes.
I'm going to pin that link. Whilst we're doing some pinning, is there any surveys we can run? Can we run a poll? What can we run a poll? Should we get Narc back?
Yeah, go. We've run it on the other show, so let's do the same thing on this one. Let's get a complete opinion from the punters across the board.
Because if they say yes, we want him back, I'll issue an apology to Narky.
That's one.
And we got Danny. Hey, Danny, who's this geezer?
Yeah.
Who's this fucking geezer?
How's it going?
No, you got another fucking gold tooth now.
Oh, what was that too?
You got another one.
No, he's always a two.
You just polished him up good then.
It's just you don't see it because of my lip.
How you going, Danny? What's happening with you? Talk to us.
I've just been busy, mate. I've festivals and amongst other stuff and that.
Okay.
Has there been any reports of plastic sightings anywhere, or?
I've not spoke to him for a bit. I think last week I spoke to him.
Yeah. How's he going?
He's just same, innit? Plastic. He's just a funny guy.
When were you talking to Plastic?
Talk to him all the time, much.
How's that?
All right. Looking at me in stitches. He just rings me up and does funny voices and stuff and just does me in stitches.
Okay, geez. MX5NC, $8. Arch, what do you think of the new Black Bay 54 37mm? I haven't seen it in person, but I like the concept. The thing is, I don't understand why they don't call it like they call it the Black Bay 54. And that's 1954 because that's when that size was out. They should have called it the Black Bay 37 or the Black Bay 39. You know, when they call it.
They did a original version of Black Bear 58, didn't they? With Big Crown.
Yeah, the 50.
They're all over the shop. This is the thing, right? So the 40.
Nobody knows. Why can't they just call it Black Bay 37? Because that's 37mm.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. What you're saying, they just make these fucking numbers up, and it makes no sense.
I still think they should have kept the red triangle on the bezel. It looks a bit plain now.
Yeah, it makes it stand out, doesn't it? It just gives it that
super chat.
On it.
Super chat from Neo, $5. We need the Narc. We gotta have the Narc. We want the Narc. Give up the Narc.
Narc, I'll tell you what. How about this? Should Narc come back when he buys a watch?
Hi, Archie.
I'm
not buying a fucking watch.
Listen, no. Listen,
yeah, 100%.
Timely. So Archie, the Black Bay 54.
Black
Thoughts,
Bay 54.
opinions?
I like it. I quite like it. The problem is 37, 38 would have been. No, 37. Okay, I think it's great. I think it's nice.
I had a friend try one on the weekend. He went into a tudor wherever they had it, AD,
Yep.
whatever it was.
Yep.
And he's got big wrists, but he said it was one of the most comfortable watches he's ever put on. Feels great, looks great. He goes, you just, for some reason, you put it on and you start to fall in love with it. He's probably going to go back and buy that or the 58. I'm trying to talk him into the 58 because it looks better. It's that little bit bigger. It's still smaller than like the 41.
What's happened? It's interesting you say that. So that's going to be his first luxury watch, is it?
No, he's got a few other watches. This is just his diver.
Now the problem, Tudor does fall a fair bit. Like they're not. You no discounts on these Tudors, is there? No discounts.
No.
And can you get anything? What can you get then? Tell me this. Can you get the money falls? They depreciate like a stone, don't they?
Well, they said. Funnily enough, he said. So the what do you call it? This one here they've got. But I can't remember retail what he said. But they're expensive for what they are.
Yes.
And the 58. He's can't remember if it was available or not. But he said the 41 wasn't available.
But if you buy it second hand, they've already
the 41 wasn't available where he was. Because he asked about it, he wanted to try one on and everything, and they said, no, sorry, it's not available at the moment. They don't have stock. Well, I don't know if that's everywhere. It's just one store, right? So before everyone starts jumping on going, oh, no, the 41 you can get everywhere and anywhere and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's great.
I know. It's interesting. Yeah. It is interesting, that comment you say there. Like a good friend of mine, he bought a lot of Tudors. He loves Tudors. And he said he's really done his ass on them. They're not that great resale wise. You know what you don't hold your value because you can't, there's no discount, very limited discounts on Tudors now, isn't there?
Correct.
But if you buy it second hand, you're not going to lose out, are you? Because
that's the thing. That's the thing. That's probably a smart way to do it, isn't it? You'd have to buy that second hand.
Archie, go to WhatsApp. I just sent you a photo of like him trying it on, basically, right? So this is the 54. So if you want to pull that up.
Okie dokie. Oh, I see. That's the 54.
Yeah.
I can't bring it up. Just hang on.
This is in Melbourne. This is south of the border down Mexico way. This is Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia, where they have the Formula One and the Australian Open.
There we go. Look at that. So, yeah, I don't think it's too small.
And I'll be honest with you, his wrist is about the same as mine.
That's an aluminum bezel, isn't it? It's aluminum like all the yes, of course it is. It's not yes.
I just think dial looks too squished in. It looks like too small for watch.
It looks like a big bezel compared to the dial. Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
It's not the best photo because of the lighting and that there, but
and it's plastic covered for protection and blah blah blah.
Oh fuck!
Right, but that's the size of it. He basically wanted to try it on it's going to be his daily, yeah. So whether it's the 58 or the 41, it's going to be his daily. I said, look, as a daily, you get used to the 41 if that's what you like. On my wrist, we got about the same size wrist. It fits good. It looks great. It's thick, yeah, it's top heavy. But on the bracelet, it's not as bad as if you have it on a NATO or something else, right? So the 58
what
feels
is
great.
Let me just, you keep talking. I'm just going to look up the price. I'm going to go to Hourglass.
And then the 54 I haven't seen in person, but the other two I have. I own one and I've seen the other one in person. I've seen Phoenician Cedars actually. He's got a 58, and that was nice to wear on the wrist. But after wearing the 41, it felt small. This thing here, I haven't seen one in the flesh. She said it's great, feels good, and it's got the micro adjust clasp. You know, the Rolex styled. He goes, that's fantastic. So he's actually thinking about one of these, believe it or not.
I've had 258. I think they're the best ones at lot of Tudors.
And he said the bracelet on this fits the 58. So if you own a 58 and you want that micro adjust if you don't have it, you could probably get a bracelet directly from Tudor and change it up if you want it.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to find something. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Danny, what's your take on this?
I prefer the 58 with red triangle on it.
Fuck, like, their website is impossible to navigate.
To me, if the 58 had the silver numbers like this on the bezel, it would be the perfect watch. Too much gold otherwise for me, like, you know, gold writing, gold dial, gold this, gold, right? Or if this was just a touch bigger, happy days.
I think they should have thinned bezel down on this and make dial a bit bigger, and they could have kept it that size and it would have been perfect.
There we go. Patel Philippe, everyone's simping a 37mm watch, but when it doesn't suit them, it's girl-sized.
Fair point.
And we got a super chat.
We got a super chat. Thank you so much there. MX5NC, $3. Love the thinner case on the 37. See, that's the thing. It's not so much the size. The big thing about the Tudors was I always thought they were a bit thick.
Yes, yes. Well, this is even thinner than the 58, a touch thinner. But it's smaller. It's a different, like, it's not like it's the 41 and they've just made it heaps thinner and a bit smaller. It's different. The bezel's different. The dial ratio to the bezel's different. Like, it's yeah. It's something you have to enjoy looking. Like, for me right now, to me, that the bezel looks a bit bland. You know, without that red.
Yeah.
So you had the burgundy. You didn't have yours was silver like that, the triangle. Yeah. So for you, it probably doesn't matter. For mine, I like having that. I don't know. It gives it more of a retro vibe.
Yeah.
The red triangle at 12.
I think as an everyday watch, a Black Bear 58 is perfect if you're going to smash it about.
That's what I think. And look, to be honest, he's an engineer, so
he's not going to be that rough on it.
He's not going to be smashing it about. It's just going to be it's a desk diver, pretty much. Yeah.
I got to tell you, Tudors themselves there, I was a big fan of the Monte Carlo. You know the Monte Carlo?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You're not a big fan of that. They don't hold their value.
I won't buy one of them. Fucking ugly.
Yeah.
For those that aren't in the know what the Monte Carlo is, you had one of these before, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a grey dial one.
Yeah, that one.
The blue, I think, is the best. The blue is the best.
That, I think's the pretty one.
Oh yes, timely. I'll just bring that up. That's a beautiful. Look at that. That's a beautiful. Oh, did you? Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
No, it's fucking horrible, that Arch. Did you really like it?
It's very, very, very thick. It's very thick.
This was the one to have before the Black Bay kind of thing. This was where they started going retro, I think. And then the Black Bay hit, and this become obsolete. This become the... oh, wow, you own that?
I think it uses a module chronograph thing. It uses a module. So that's the
easy way to tell.
Yeah.
Go for a side shot of the case, and if the crown and the pushers aren't lined up, it's a module.
Good point.
I'll take a Tagger Monaco over this.
That's actually a very... I tend to agree. I think the Monaco...
Don't know, Archie.
You miss your Monaco, don't you?
You know what? I did.
They've gone up. They're not cheap anymore. I
did. And now I'm starting to be like, oh well, it's gone now. Move on.
Yeah.
They never really were cheap though, Monacos, were they? To be fair, they never have been cheap.
There we go. We've got the boss man saying, well, hang on, not that one. Where did we go? Jumped. Wow.
Got a hurt.
Archie will forget the poll. No, he won't. Because you just reminded him.
Yes, exactly right.
Come on, put the poll up. If you do anything now, you put the poll up.
We've got the poll. Haven't we got the poll going already?
Right?
So should we get Narc back? Yes. Come on, guys.
Yeah, get him back.
Vote on this poll. Holy shit! They
It's
fucking won him back.
it's pretty even Steven right now. It's 53 to 40, 53 yes, 47
It's
no.
only 13 minutes into the poll. It's only 13 minutes, 15. You know, it wasn't.
How quickly do you want it shut down, Tim?
Get him back, man. Because he's fucking comes in like a tornado and then leaves, and that's what's funny. You've got to have a bit of diversity, you show, Arch.
Okay. Naki, if you're watching, I'm really sorry. Please come back.
Hey, Knock, you fat fuck. Get back on the show. Listen, Knock, you fat fuck. Come back in the show. I mean, it's up to you what you do. It's your show, but I think you should bring him back.
He's a good...
So look, Big Dave should have put an undecided in the poll. So you got yes, no, or nah. I bet you got a million people putting undecided. So Archie.
Yep.
Black Bay 54. Yes, no, maybe.
I'd go 58. I think you're right. Timely, you hit it on the head. Go for the 58.
I think 58's the perfect size out of them all.
Yeah.
But that's a personal opinion.
I like the 41 better, but I guess that's nostalgia. Yeah. I originally bought a 41 before there was anything called a 58. And that was the one that I needed to get that one back, kind of thing. Fine. That's my thing. If I was to buy one out of the range right this second, out of all the Black Bays, out of all the colors, it would be the black dial, black bezel 58.
Neo, $5. The narc is too scared to come back ever since Gunzak shrunk narc's balls. Good comment there. Tell me this, your friend, that actually sounds like a very good question. So how many watches does he have? Tell us about your friend. This is the engineer.
My mate is a watch collector as well. His collection's probably about the same as mine. It's not over the top, and it's not, something.
Oh fuck! You're in Sydney. You're in one of the most expensive fucking housing markets in the world. What do you expect?
He's a Grand Seiko nut, so he's got a couple of.
How
nice
old is he?
Seikos.
How old is he?
He's in his 20s.
Fuck! He's married?
No, single.
Okay, that's
not married. Good job. So he's got a couple of Grand Seikos. He's got one he got from Cove Spring Drive, and another one is the GMT. I don't know what models they are. One of them, the GMT, is the one with the blued hands and the eggshell colored dial. Nice looking one.
Yeah.
I know he's got a Doxa sub. He's got the yellow dial Doxa sub. What else he got? He's got a few other nice watches as well.
Any Rolex?
No Rolex. Not at this stage. Wants to get one.
Rolex is expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll be able to get one. This is the thing. As on an engineer's pay, and he just saves up for a few months and he'll be able to get one, no problems. But he wants a daily. Just
does he live at home or does he live by himself?
I think he lives by himself.
And he's late 20s, you're saying?
Yeah.
Fuck, he's done well, hasn't he?
He's a good guy, nice friend, done well. Mr. GMT knows him good as well. We're all like, a bit of a group, and we have a chat every now and then as well. Really nice guy. I'm not going to go into any more detail about him, but because I want to give him away who he is and whatever. But because he's a bit of a private kind of guy. But whenever he goes into a shop or whatever, takes a few photos, sees what he likes, and sends them to me. And what do you think? And this is one of the shots I got. I think Saturday or yesterday. Maybe Saturday. Because he wanted to have a look at the new 54 and see what it's like. Yeah, really good guy.
So actually, you know what I find a very underrated watch? What a lot of people overlook? The Planet Ocean, the 42mm pre-ceramic black. I think you have one.
Yes.
I find them they're proper underrated, I think. I don't think they get enough credit.
Funny. So thought while we're talking about the 54, and I know you won't mind just bringing up a picture of that. Happy days. Cool. Archie.
Yes, sir. That's exactly it. There, it's
Here we go.
100%. What's his aim is to get a Rolex.
Yeah, look, he's always wanted to get a
Is he into
Rolex.
cars?
Not really. He's not a big car fan, like car nut. Look, for him, something cushy to get to work in. Happy days. But
Okay.
his main, I guess his end goal would be to have a like a sub or something nice Rolex piece. At one stage, he was tossing up between getting a. Oh, jeez, hang on, we've got lizard lick there. Hang on, go again.
Mhm.
That's the lizard lick. Right? Fucking hell, man. We're having conversations on the phone about what was it? A reverso duo face,
Mhm.
a Speedy 57, or what was the Zenith El Primero, but not the Primero that you had. The other one. What's the other one with the solid looking case?
Oh,
The newer one. They did a re-release
not
of
the
an old
Defy,
one.
not the Defy. You mean
No. Oh,
the
hang on, I can't
A386,
remember.
38?
I'm not a Zenith guy.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Have a look. No, not the Defy. It was Zenith El Primero. I can't remember. It was like a solid looking case. Anyway,
I think
he
you
was
mean
tossed
the.
up between them. I don't want to get too held up in the thing, but he was after those. He was thinking about going through for one of those. Procrastinates a bit. I give him a bit of shit for that.
Was it this?
Let's have a look. Yes, that chunky monkey.
384, I should say.
That's the one.
A384.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
solid
The
looking beast,
retro.
isn't it? Yeah, the retro one.
I like
So-
the one with like the coffee dial on it, like the third. I don't know what it's called. Like the
That looks pretty good.
third one on.
Mm.
I think that's
So look, he
Look at this.
likes.
Look, Tommy's having a go at. Look at this. Tommy's saying Narc isn't interested in coming back at the moment. I guess it's time to learn the lesson. You can't always cause a problem and hope an apology will fix everything. Well, what do you want me to do? He's been a pain in the ass as well. Okay.
What's gone on? I've missed it anyway.
Sorry.
What's gone on? I've missed it. I've been busy for the last few days.
Oh, I just said to Narc, don't come back. I just said I had enough of you. I'm sick of I had walkout. Angelic's left. He's not doing a show anymore. Narc was
Narc
pissing,
basically told
pissing
AC3
off.
to fuck off, Pedal Philippe.
It was just a number of things were not really working well, and he was pissing off Lux. He's pissing off. He said, "Oh, Timely's left you too. Timely's," and he just makes this shit up. He hasn't spoken to anyone. He just tries to be a protagonist, and everyone says, "Oh, it's funny. Oh, yeah. It's not funny when you're trying to run the fucking show." And you've got him leaving and that it's not really funny. It's not funny.
Angelic will be back, well, won't he? Angelic, he'll come back.
You got Tommy again.
And we've
Tommy
got
again?
Tommy. I'm just having a go. I just want you to succeed. Losing Narc hurts you, and I'm not convinced Narc is why Angelic left. But Angelic is the one who should answer that. Well, let's just say this way, Tommy. Narc didn't fucking help retain Angelic. Can we at least say that?
Yeah. And
look, it's I'll be honest with you. Doing this YouTube stuff is not always easy. It's a difficult thing to do. Your head fuck. It's a head fuck. It's like being on Big Brother continually.
It's a big commitment.
Tell Philippe, I have to agree with Tommy.
It's a big commitment every day, innit, doing it. I know it's easy for everyone to say, oh, this, that, and other, but doing it every day, it's a big commitment, innit? At a certain time, every day.
Yeah. Neo, $5. The narc will get bored using his feet and crayons drawing on the mattress. He will return. Well, look, I asked him not to show clips. I said to him, I explained the reason why I didn't want clips shown. And he fucking continually ignores whatever I asked. I said, please don't do that because of this reason. And he you know what? Sometimes there are some people in life you work with, you just don't want to engage with them. JJ said to me that about Tim years ago. He said, look, I just don't want to engage with him. Eventually you get sick of arguing with fools.
Yeah.
And Tommy, I disagree with you. I really do disagree with you, Tommy. Tommy says, I think we can all agree Angelic is much more sensitive than the average person. Fair enough. I like the guy a lot, but blaming Narc isn't accurate. Well, Narc didn't help. Let me say that. Narc didn't help. Who's turning that off?
Me, I'm trying to bring it up, but yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Narc didn't help. Let me say that. I don't think Narc helped at all. And you know, it's a difficult thing. This whole YouTube space. It's difficult. Okay, it's very difficult. Patel Philippe is going to have bigger problems than losing. Sorry, I'll let you bring it up. Bring it up, Timely.
Sorry.
Archie is going to have bigger problems than losing 2 co-hosts that bring in like $50. Just saying. Yeah, but those were co-hosts who I was trying to nurture. To without co-hosts, you can't run anything. Okay. It's like running this show by yourself. It's hard. That's why I like Timely here, because you try and run this yourself. It's bloody tough.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to figure something out, though. Yeah.
Well, I don't honestly think it. You know, if Narc doesn't want to come back, that doesn't want to come back. Well, that's fine then. We'll just move forward. If I got to do Uber Eats or Uber DoorDash, I do DoorDash. What do you want me to do?
But I like how. Hang on 1 sec. Sorry, school holidays.
That's okay.
What was I going to say? Yeah, like there was, I think it was Tan before saying that, you fucked off Narc, and he doesn't want to come back, and now you're apologizing to him. You're the one that told him enough's enough, fuck off anyway, right?
Exactly.
So it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to stand by your guns or if you want him back. But if you want him back, I don't know. Look, I don't like to go fucking groveling to fucking people. So I mean,
I don't like groveling to anyone. You know, just stay. No, just fuck off. Okay, just leave it. Chit chat, £2. What would you pick? 5906. That's the Patek /1. That's on a steel bracelet, steel watch, steel bracelet, or 126919 126719 meteorite.
All right, so this is the
meteorite.
That's the Patek. You want to pull up my screen?
Yep.
What's the other one?
The meteorite dial GMT.
And we all know the other one. It's the Superman, which I'm bringing up as well because otherwise,
fuck, $100,000. My God, they've gone up these 5960s, haven't they? Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck Rolex. Can't you just make it a simple website?
Oh, Rolex. That's what you find. It's so hard to navigate this shit when you're trying to pull it up.
So look, yeah, this is the third page I've gone through now to try and find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Where is it?
Oh, that's because they discontinued the meteorite dial. Of course,
And the one. I just accidentally clicked on it.
they discontinued
It's
it.
done. Yeah, you're not going to get it. There you go, that one. There. There's a shitty little picture,
Yeah.
but we all know what it is.
Yep. What would you go for? Fuck. In the mood I'm in now, I'd probably go meteorite dial. Whereas if
And-
I had my collection before, I probably would have gone paddock.
Yeah, but this one doesn't interest me as much as the other paddocks there are around, to be honest. Like, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's expensive. I know it's beautiful. I know annual calendar chronograph, blah, 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 blah. I get it. But, I don't know. It doesn't float my boat.
$100,000. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money. Well, it's Australian, right? So it's pesos
no,
now.
it's
It's probably like
just that.
$10. Yeah. 10 US.
60, 70, 70,000 US.
Mm.
It's
Well, hands, knees, and toes, jump on, man. There you go, instant panelist. Let's go.
So tell me, it sounds like you're getting a promotion, Timely.
A little bit, not much.
Are you going to buy a watch to celebrate?
It's not that much of a promotion, Archie. I'll be honest with you. It's
Okay.
not that fucking much. But yeah, when I find the right one, something that I right now, everything is sort of, I'm like you to some degree. I see a watch, I'm like, it's nice. Nothing does it for me at the moment.
Yeah.
I need to get over that shit. It's like too much exposure to the watch community, and now everything's just, it's nice. And then you buy it and you look at it a week later and you're like, oh, yeah, got to watch. Well,
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Sorry to bring everyone down, but that's kind of what it is. It's like, you buy it and then a week later you're like, oh, yeah, got it. Yep, no worries. Yeah, look, here we go, Neo. Come on, Hans, jump on before Mike. Let's go.
Hans, jump on. Exactly.
Wife's in bed and I have to drink in the boat tomorrow. That's fucking excuses. That's loser talk, man. Coffee's for just jump on.
Speaking of guests, we've got the Rancher on. Hello. Ooh, Rancher, how are you?
Good. I understand you lost a couple of co-hosts.
Yes. Would you like to come back?
No. Absolutely.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. We appreciate your honesty, sir.
I missed your super chat, Neo. Sorry. We did. Look, here we go. Sorry, my bad. That's on me.
Neo, $5. I think picking up 3 hours of Uber Eats a day may be good. It will help put your life into perspective. Interesting.
And you got.
Have you ever done Uber Eats, Clive? No, you're a lawyer. You don't do that sort of stuff.
Simon, that's exactly what my overseas.
You got enough work.
When you call the dog, you bark. I guess, I don't know. Cool,
Yes.
Rancher. How are you, man?
Rancher, what's new?
Just 2023 is like 2022, except worse.
How could it be worse? Tell me that.
Well, despite the fact that, we're long past COVID shutdowns and supply chain problems, there are still no watches and prices keep going up. I think, I almost think eventually we're all going to be squeezed out. Anything
Of watches or what? Sorry, what?
Of watches, yes. Of watches. I think it's all going to, it's going to be like Tanzil and Ving flexing.
And that's it. Yeah, that's the end of it. Just those two at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. It's getting that way to some degree. Like, a bunch of mates were talking on the weekend about watches, and it was, geez, we would hate to start collecting now. We'd never get anything. We'd be collecting fucking, what is it? what's the brand I was thinking of? Baltic and stuff like that. You know, like he'd be fucking our price for everything.
Clive, is there any good stuff? Uber Oki, any Uber Oki updates?
No, actually,
What's
I talked to him
Uber
recently. And he's even on a dry spell around here. Even the flyover states. You know, obviously, assholes from the coast have come into the carpetbaggers and just swept up all the good deals. And of course, Neo. Arch is the ghost of Christmas past. Timok is the modern greedy ghost. JJ is the ghost of the future.
Yes. So tell us this, Clive. Is there any trappings you've been buying? Have you sold those rare birds?
No, I need to put them on an auction site.
No interest at all?
Well, locally, no, not around here in the flyover states.
I think the problem is, Clive, they're very specialized collector watches. And this is the thing. This is actually an interesting experiment. Like, that's a very rare, those rare birds, jokes aside, they are actually fucking rare. So they were an oyster. That's the same case that came in the oyster quartz, but they had the automatic movement. So it's kind of the sweet spot. I think I've always loved that concept that they would do this is a fucking sweet. It's like a prototype. It's a working prototype. And I think the problem is where you are situated, you don't have specialist collectors. These are people who just want to date just. They just want to date just. You know what I mean?
What's LWTS? Have a sock. Soak?
Where's that? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm looking at
Hans, knees and toes at it again.
LWTS, have a sock, Clive.
I have no idea what that means.
No
You
idea. Clive, put them on Craigslist for the best. Craigslist, I don't think is the right place. You've got to sell it to a specialist. Like, those watches would be good to sell in New York or Los Angeles. What do you think?
Then again, but yeah, you're right. They'd have to sell to a specialist, but guess what? The specialist would want to bend you over and fuck you up the ass and give them nothing, because it might take them a little bit to sell it. So unless they've got to feel it,
can you consign it to a specialist?
Possibly. Possibly.
Do you really want to get out of them? I thought you liked them. Because you had it serviced. Remember, you had a Rolex service. They changed the dial on one, didn't they? Dial.
The last service dial.
You all right?
Take them to TPG. No thanks.
Have a drink.
Who is the
water. 1 minute?
Yeah.
Who is the Minta vintage watch guide, Clyde? Minta. Who's Minta?
Who is Menta? I have no idea.
I know plenty of people that are mental.
Well, we all congregate here on the Archie program.
State of collection. Okay, gotcha. Hoard and possess. Yeah.
Here we go. I wait Clyde's booth at the local Oki antique show, peddling wares from the 1920s. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Here we go. Vintage watch dealer. Google. He's a vintage watch dealer. Okay, Mr. Zoso. Hey, Mr. Zoso. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Glad you could make it.
Minta. Oh, okay. I'll have to call him or what. Okay, I think so. Yeah. Machine Gun Chris told me about him, gave me his number, so I'll have to try that again. Ivor the Boneless.
You got on the screen. Hey, Mr. Zoso. Good to see you, man, honestly.
Mr. Zoso, we love you. We love you.
So
Clive is...
Hands, knees, and toes. Can we please have... this is what he was meaning, Clive. You know that abbreviated shit?
State of the collection.
State of the collection, longhand. Can we please have the wrench give his state of the collection, please?
Who's got that kind of time?
Exactly.
A lot of,
And Danger Will Robinson saying, why can't I super chat? Well, there could be a few reasons, but if you go in and put your payment details back in to wherever it is that what is it, YouTube or whatever it is that you need to do, chances are you'll be able to super chat again. There's been a bit of a glitch over the past few months with that. Give that a go. It worked for Showcase and a few other people.
Actually, I was going to meet a couple of guys. I was going to meet a guy and look at a couple of vintage pieces. But unfortunately, sometimes when you deal with people that just the public, God, they know so damn little. And they know so little, it's a pain in the ass to deal with them. Because you ask, is it automatic or quartz? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure which one it is. So it's when you go down and look at it, it's just like, well, I'm winding it up. It doesn't. Oh, the battery. I need to replace the batteries. I said that means it's a quartz.
Fuck.
You dumbass. Well, I got to drive down. I got to go to look around in a dive bar. So it's Bricktown is the original industrial. Of course, they take it and they kick the poor people out and they take the property. They put a nice facade on, and of course, most of it's still dumpy as fuck inside. But it's like a good old fashioned dive bar. It's like, wow, people are getting stabbed in here not too long ago. Yeah. So I got a nice little walk on and got to drive to the what used to be too bad of a part of town for me to go, and now it's too good of a part of town for me to go in all the time.
But you didn't drive; the car did it for you, right?
Well, that is correct. Yes, yeah. I still had to park the car.
Just think, a couple of updates, and you won't have to do that either.
Oh man, I tell you what, it's just I had to reboot it the other day, and I'm like,
"Hey, Mr. Goldberg."
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, just finished date night with the Gin Tingler.
Mr. Tingler didn't eat any fish, did he?
No, and it was a good thing because he was suffering a great many allergies.
He looked like it in the picture.
Is he in the car with you?
No.
Oh.
I sent him on his merry way. But let me just tell you, he was scratching his eyes so hard, I felt like giving him like some tinfoil to rub them with. Yes, nice. The man is a mess. But I did text delicious looking food pictures to Archie to just,
show him.
We were at it was Malaysian food. It was very lovely.
Did you send him any cat food pictures or not?
Yes.
Nice.
Your comment today on the Cardinals chat was exceptionally nasty, Clyde. I loved you for it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I'm not going to repeat it because it's nasty. Vicious, vinyl. Anyway, sorry for the interruption.
I can't just let Ving just pummel me over all the time like a fucking punch. I got to get a lick in every once in a while.
Well, you got your lick in today, and I think he considered himself well licked today.
Mark, is there a particular place where we need to call AA or someone to come and so you break down at the right time that they're there to fix your car, or you good?
No, I'm driving. I'm happy. I'm all good.
No.
No, but I know you're happy, but is the Lincoln happy? This is the question. We could go for a third.
The Lincoln is back from the shop. It's not as funky as it was. A little, but not as bad. And I don't know. I have almost another year on the bumper-to-bumper warranty. So when it's in the shop, they give me a loaner. They fix my car. They give it back when they're damn well ready. And then I bring it back to them a few months later. So here's the upshot, guys. If you have a car with technology on it, just keep extending the warranty, but do not pay retail. Buy the factory warranty online for a 50% discount. That's critical. You do not pay retail. They double the price of it. So just find an online discounter of the exact same factory warranty.
Nice. Archie,
yes, sir.
Have you pissed off Tanzil or something?
Not that I'm aware of. Tanzil is the boss and Patreon of the show.
Oh, I was just asking. He hasn't mentioned anything to me. I'm just trying to read between the lines of some comments. That's all.
The correct answer is not yet.
Not yet. There you go. Okay, cool.
Not that we know of, but it may have already happened, Rancher.
Yep. Well, I mean,
You never know. You never know your luck, Rancher.
Oh, I always know your luck.
You have no luck.
That's why we know it.
He's got the luck of the devil. We all know why.
The luck of the. I think that's the mark of the.
Mark of the beast, luck of the devil. It all goes together.
Isn't it mark of the devil? And look at the Irish.
I'd like to know if it's actually possible to super chat $6.66.
It is
666. I will find out.
Not by you, Clyde. I can't imagine you would possibly cough up $6.66.
It would have to be one hell of an insult. Like, okay.
Well, you usually have one at the ready.
No.
Yeah.
Though I really have been struggling on my game lately. I have to admit that.
I don't know if you guys know this about the rancher, but he's very frugal.
He needs to be. We got Gun Zap is coming on for us, and MCM $2. Thank you, MCM.
Well, speak of the devil, and the devil shall appear.
Yankee
Doodle.
Whatever happened to
Yankee
Mr.
Doodle,
C?
$2, 6.66.
See, you can super chat 666. You're saying, look, there you
Okay,
go.
well that's technically okay. Well, you did find a loophole.
He didn't feel good about that extra $4.
No.
Gunzap, what's happening in your world? Talk to us.
I have a confession.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you know how they say, the Grail watch and stuff. I think I've got
Yes.
a Frodo watch, and that's the watch that you think that if you had it and then you lost everything, and you stand to lose your house and go homeless. It's
My precious.
It's the watch that you think, yeah, maybe I'd just go homeless for a bit just so I could hang on to it.
My precious.
Yeah, exactly. Play with it for a while. And so, yeah, a little bit
What's
ridiculous. Okay.
What's happened? Tell me.
This is I think my Frodo watch, which is the Gerard Perregaux 1945 jackpot tourbillon. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It might bear pulling it up if someone can do that.
I believe that Archie used to call it. Archie used to call that Gerard Perregaux.
Yes, I get it. I got it already. If you want me to bring it up, I can bring it up now. Look at it. It's a poker machine in a watch.
It really works. It totally works.
May I ask, is it gambling that is what fucked you up a bit?
No, he actually makes software for poker machines.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, just in case maybe the watch needs to go too then.
Yeah, so they made this watch in with the Wynn Casino group.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yes, I stayed at the Wynn. That's an amazing hotel.
Yeah, and it's huge. It's 63 millimeters by 43.
Jeez.
So,
No, I'm pretty sure that hotel's a lot bigger than that.
It actually fits a real quarter. You can actually.
No,
put a
that's
silver
one of the
dollar in
rooms, Clive. That's one of the rooms.
Oh, okay.
It's
Did
got
you
a
ever win?
96-hour power reserve on it.
So, do you reckon this could be your Grail? This is it. This is the one for you.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
But
How
what
much is
happens
it?
if you win the jackpot? Like if you win the jackpot, what happens? You get a free
I
one?
don't know. I wonder whether it dings or something like that. That'd be awesome. But
what if it comes up with like 3 eggplants for me?
no idea. But I think it goes retail for like sort of $630 or something like that. Yeah, so it's not free. But I Google around the place and I see some dealers saying, 300 and something, but they don't have it. So I don't know.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And I don't know what that means.
But do you
There's one on
understand?
Chrono. Just having a look.
Why don't you call
Holy
Watch
fuck.
Wizard? He'll
I
get
just
you
found one on Chrono, $213,000.
Yeah, from Watch Wizard. Watch Wizard.
Holy
He's got it.
shit.
Send your money. Send your money to Watch Wizard, and he'll get it right over there.
Absolutely.
Look at that, $213,000.
Oh, look at that.
Holy crap.
Kevin
Super chat.
Richards, $6.66. Yes, you can donate whatever amount you want up to $500. Thank you, Kevin Richards.
Hail you, Kevin.
Well, you guys realize if you donate 500 and then immediately 111, you have donated $666.
There you go. That's the one.
Let's put that to the test, fellas. Who's up for it? Who's up for the challenge?
Huh.
That's a very, very cool novelty watch. It reminds me of the one that has the two figures on it. That, like, when the clock strikes midnight, they start, doing it.
Doing it.
Yep.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I can clarify for you if you'd like, but I thought that was clear.
Yeah, what is that? What is that watch called? I've seen it somewhere, but
Yeah, it's cool though, right? And it's gold. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I want the gentleman's edition.
Huh. Well, apparently this watch, for what you get, you don't just get the watch. You also get 2 decks of card, a dice and some poker chips with it. So they go all the way.
Yeah, but with my watch, you get anal. Which is even better.
I only wish sort of Narc was here to have a conversation with you about that because he was on to me the other day. I'll tell you.
Yes. Unfortunately, the narc has left the building.
Hey.
Well,
this is the box it comes in. Look at the box it comes in.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's the chips you're talking about.
Yeah,
Here's how it works. You pay your money for the watch, and then you get 3 spins, and if you don't win your watch, they keep your money.
And your soul.
Right?
Look at that. It's signed in blood. It looks like it's signed in blood there.
How's the loom? See, for me, that would be the problem. How's the loom? How's the water resistance?
How's the loom?
Right. Because, listen, that's all I care about in a watch. Loom and water resistance.
Look at that. That's even the symbols on the reels are they look like they're raised.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating caption.
What do you think, Archie?
I'm not a big fan of Gerard Perregay, but I understand what you're saying. Yes, it isn't. It's a very unique watch, isn't it?
Perregay, not Perregay. Why do you call it Perregay?
Gerard Perregay.
It's not. It's Perregay.
Got JJ commenting as well, you?
JJ, what's JJ saying? What's JJ? Hello all, just hopped in. Hope everyone is. Are you doing a show tonight, JJ?
Oh, we'll see. I'll let you know.
You'll let me know because I can set the link up to JJ.
Yes.
JJ,
Sunday.
Oh, yes.
That's the way, Rancher.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is. You got to set up that link, Archie.
Yep. Neo, $5. Neo, Archie, JJ is here. Why don't you repeat the part that he is the new pontiff? Archie, JJ is here. Why don't you repeat the part that he is the new pontiff? When did I say that? I can't remember that.
Someone's doing scratchy.
Somebody's playing with that Gerard Perregay casino machine.
25,000.
That's what it is. Fair enough.
That's what happens every hour on the hour. Whereas, my sex watch squirts on you. That's how the alarm clock works. You set the alarm and then it comes on your face.
That's
JJ, watch Hangout. There is only one pontiff. Thank you, JJ. So, Gunzap, what do you think, man? Would you get into debt to get this watch? What's the go? Tell me.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big question, isn't it? I don't know. Consumer debt or spiritual debt? I mean, what sort of debt are we talking about here? The sort of debt that you know
All of
could
the
only
above.
be paid in the currency that Mark Goldberg would accept. I mean,
You could listen. You could lease it. Do what Archie does. Get something you can't afford and lease it.
Yeah. And they got a platinum one, I think, for $444,000. Who else? There was a roulette wheel watch. You know that? You've seen the roulette wheel
Yeah.
watch, haven't you?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually cooler. That's cool because that ball really goes around.
Who makes that? Who makes the roulette wheel watch? I'm trying to remember.
Let me have a look. I didn't know there was one that the ball went around on.
Yep.
There's a recent brand that had a. Let me have a look.
You got a comment from JJ here?
JJ's watch hangout. Timepieces are expensive horological handcuffs.
It's Jacob & Co. that makes it.
Yeah.
Roulette automation watch. Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you know that there's a $600 watch that will actually give you an EKG
No.
of your heart, and it's $600 watch, and it gives you a digital EKG of your heart for real. Rancher has one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Here we go. Roulette wheel.
It's called the Apple Watch.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not really a
Yep,
watch.
the Apple Watch will tell you if you're having a heart attack.
That's a small phone you strap to your wrist.
That's $280 apparently retail.
Far out. Wow. Patel Philippe Goldberg is about to tell you about the invention of the typewriter.
Well, you see, in my era, we started with the typewriter. In Clyde's, it was papyrus tablets.
So tell me this.
Well, actually, Mark started with cuneiform.
Ooh, good.
I don't know if either of those two watches are really that great. I'm not really a big fan of Jacob & Co. That's Producer Mike. He plugs that brand. Producer Mike.
You know what they say? What's the difference between Jacob Co and Invicta? The price tag.
Did you see the link that I put there, Archie?
Oh.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
It shows the rear of that watch and just the detail that's in it.
The rear of the watch.
It winds. It actually winds from the rear, and it has tabs that you pull out to wind it.
Sexy.
Ah, yes, I see what you're. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up for you guys here.
One hell of a scratchy. Whoever's trying to win lotto here.
He's got 20 of them. Yeah, look at that. The tabs.
Oh, there's the ball. And the only thing is some casinos have 2 0 and 00. This is just a 0 1. Can you get a 001 one?
Snake eyes.
That's crap.
Mike the Snake Eyes.
280,000 before taxes. 101 pieces. Fuck.
Oh, that's. I need to have one of those in my life. Jingo, man.
Well, that says you're serious if you've got one of those. You're serious about the roulette wheel.
Yeah.
But there's your way out.
But the funny thing is, a lot of gamblers.
Have you got a 00 version? They go no, and you go, well, it's a shame. I would have.
Sorry, I was that close to buying it. I was about to pull out the wallet, but you fucked up. Sorry, mate. Just can't
A
do
lot
it.
of gamblers buy this. You can see how it's targeted because they have a big win, and then they don't mind what it costs. Whatever it costs, they'll buy it.
And then they win it. Then they lose it in a poker game.
Yep.
Yes.
Or that's it. The Grants lose it.
We haven't seen. I tell you who we haven't seen is Jero Powell. Remember Jero Powell? What's happened to him? He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy, Jero Powell.
Where did he live? I was always confused. Is it like
No, he lived in
Ukraine,
Russia.
or Germany?
No, he lived in Russia,
Yeah.
but he went to Germany. He had some connection to Germany, so he alternated. I thought he did alternate between the two.
He got the fuck out.
That's well. There you go.
Well, you can't blame him for that, can you, Rancher?
No.
I mean,
what would you have done?
I don't blame him at all. Get out of there, fucking hell, Jesus Christ! That whole situation is so fucking horrible. Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of the wealthy Ukrainians, they left as soon as they saw the writing on the wall. They were out of there. Boom, get the fuck out of here.
Well, and a lot of the wealthy Russians. It's just like it's just like Vietnam. It's a rich man's war and a poor man's fight.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That it's a rich man's war, poor man's fight.
Well, I know here in Amsterdam, one of the oligarchs owns some prime residential property in the city, and a bunch of guys kicked the door in, and then they just started squatting in this house. And, and there's laws here in Amsterdam that you can't get kicked out if the house is being squatted. So they're making a big deal. Yeah. So
how does that work in Oklahoma with squatters and that? They can't be kicked out either easily, can they?
They shoot them in Oklahoma. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
There you go. If you're talking Jacob Ben Co, this was a recommendation
Look at this
in the chat.
Astronomia, Tourbillon Rose Gold. Look at that. Astronomia.
Retail price.
To 540,000, and that's US. That's not Aussie. It's not Aussie dollars.
That doesn't look very shock resistant.
No,
it looks like the tourbillon actually rotates. Look at that.
But it's also exclusive
on two axes.
All tourbillons rotate. That's like what they do. It's actually
but I mean on two axes.
It orbits. It orbits.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's a gyroscopic tourbillon. I just made that up, but it sounds good.
Well, we'll go with it. Sure.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
It orbits. That's all I can say.
But you're right. It looks like a producer Michael watch on a Wednesday or something. When
Carbon Plus says play the vid so you can watch the ball move. Mark, would you like to watch the balls move?
Yes, please.
All right.
And I would like to see the orbit around Uranus.
Oh yes. Let's see the balls move.
Wouldn't we all?
Balls.
So say we all.
Check it. Shouldn't
The Big Bang. Earth is created.
3 years later.
No, 7 days, Clyde. 7 days.
Then it's where it's evolved.
This looks like a college film class project.
nominal service costs.
I think I saw hair in there.
Look what we got here.
Well, I guess we've had enough of that now.
Everyone was quiet, like we were all in church, like worshipping the god of horology for just a moment.
Well,
Really? Really? Because I was touching myself. I don't know what you all were doing.
And then, just in case the that wasn't enough, if you combine the two, there you go.
I'll be back.
Oh wow!
Is that a threat or is that a promise?
It's just a threat.
Necronomicon.
All right, Timely, it's up to you. Fill the time.
Yeah, fill the time. So this is combining the two, I guess, watches together, the roulette and the space theme. Again, no 00, so unfortunately, you know, no sale. Let's have a look. Here we go. Look at this thing.
Jacob went to jail for 2 years for money laundering.
Is that right? Wow.
Oh, that's what Scotty Clark says. Also, he uses bubbles from Trailer Hook Boy, so he can't be wrong. Because you got a lot of bubbles.
Remember blowing bubbles? He says hi.
I know what kind of bubbles you're wanting, but
Why are we sanding?
why are we what?
Sanding.
Sanding what?
I don't know. Someone's sanding something.
That's Mike the Snake, obviously.
Yeah.
I figured that was Clyde. I thought that was you. Sorry, I thought you had sand in your vagina.
No.
The only thing the box is missing is a couple of saw marks in the top of it.
That's about it. Flashy video.
Yep.
Ooh.
Globe is magnesium.
Yeah. We all would
Magnesium.
love a set of magnesium balls, wouldn't we?
I wonder if that ball is actually attached to the roulette wheel, because I haven't seen any action. Because if it was free, the thing might end up in the movement and everywhere.
Holy shit. You like it?
You got magnesium balls.
Magnesium.
That watch is free balling.
Foreman Glasses says, "Oh my God, you still haven't shown the correct one." Well, I became Foreman. And
What correct one? You fucking super chat the correct one. Where was it? I'm a Jacob & Co. fanatic. Let's have a look.
I think I email producer Michael and see if he wants an editor for the low cost of this watch.
Haha. Amazing, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm just scrolling back through comments and shit to see if there was a super chat attached to the right one to get. There was a reference or some shit.
Weirdly, that watch is easier to get than a Daytona.
Coming back to Earth, we can all talk about our favorite micro brands.
Yes.
What's on your mind, Archie?
Archie's not
Hey!
really.
He's just off in La La Land at the moment. Something's up. So
No,
there you go.
it's all good. Good. We've caught up. We're back into. That's great to see. Maybe a roulette Datejust would be the answer. Compromised. Rolex resellability, casino date wheel would be the perfect compromise. What do you think of that?
And call it the Casino Royale and be done.
Oh,
That's what the Domino's Datejust looks a little like that though, with the red and the blue. The
No?
Domino's private branded. Rolex private branded a bunch of Datejusts for Domino's some years ago.
Yes.
And they're pretty collectible, man.
Well, they weren't. They were given to as incentives for their staff.
That's right.
And I've actually
think
owned one. Believe it or not, I've actually owned one.
Honestly, was it really ugly? Because they looked terribly ugly, in
No, it was
pictures.
just a silver dial Oyster Perpetual. I mean,
Right, that's it.
it is what it is, you know.
What did you have? A Domino's?
It was a Domino's Oyster Perpetual.
No, was it the older one with the Domino's logo on the dial or on the clasp?
On the dial. It was on the dial.
That's right.
It was from the 90s. It's from the 90s.
They don't do that anymore. They don't private label for anybody, but I bet you they still do some special stuff for like wealthy Saudis and stuff like that. But those company private labels, they don't do that anymore.
No.
They're too good for it now. They don't have to.
Exactly right. But it is interesting stuff there. The roulette.
Oh,
So
it
everyone
does.
roulette.
Stop looking. Yeah, you can see the little ball roll around the fucking table. Here you go.
Ah, there we go. Look at that.
Oh,
There you go.
wow.
No one upset anyone. Heaven forbid.
So you'd have to have it on a flat surface too, otherwise it would jeopardize where the ball went, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I have the same problem.
Okay, that's what he said.
So how do you get the ball to reset back to where it should be to drop it?
Well, that's my specialty, guys. Step aside. Let me explain this.
Bruce Williams did a story on this.
Yeah, let's watch another video. Why not?
Oh, Narc just said, look at this. Narc should have just said, I'm sorry, Arch. I've been a bit cheeky lately. I'll pull my head in a bit. There you go. What happened to Narc? He was there, now he's left. Did he say anything?
He just wanted to put some bullshit propaganda on the screen, then fuck off. Little girl.
How do you reset that ball? That's what I don't get.
The recent ball for sure. Resetting the ball costs $7,000.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you really want a little piece of whatever it is, plastic, magnesium, whatever the fuck it is, running around the inside there, scratching up all of the high gloss fucking gold?
I would say I want the quartz version of it for, $1,000. Have it be reliable. It's just the sort of thing that I think I would play with it so much it would fall off, and then it would cost 10 grand to have it serviced.
Does it actually play roulette? It does, huh? You spin the wheel
Yes.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
neat. Oh,
Hey,
very
we got
cool.
a guest on. We got a special guest on the show.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, no, I'm not. I just was gone for a few days. I'm just back. It's a roulette tourbillon?
Yep.
It's not a tourbillon. It's just a.
No, it's not. Sorry. The other one was the.
Oh, okay. I saw the word tourbillon. Very, very, very neat little trick for a watch.
Amazing.
No, it is a tourbillon. Sorry. No, you're right, Mikey. It is. It's just not a displayable. Like it's probably in the back or some shit.
I just saw the word tourbillon. It's not like I called it. It's not like I called it because I saw something. I just saw the word tourbillon.
Yeah.
Flash across the screen really quick.
So Archie, you want this? You want to play roulette? When you bought it, the lights in the Beamer.
Well, the problem is you'd probably get a fine in Australia because you're not allowed to touch your phone. What are you allowed to do in Australia?
Actually,
Yes.
every time Archie starts up the Beamer, he's actually playing roulette.
It's a pearl. The ball is a pearl, apparently.
Oh.
But it's the same thing with Italian shit. My Ducati just acted up.
Because
Oh,
it's
what
Italian.
It's never hiccuped or done anything but run flawlessly. And I just came from my brother's house to my house, and I fired it up, and it was like wouldn't go down to idle. It was like it was racing. It was just racing like really high.
Yeah, baby. It's Mike the Snake. I'm back from the fucking dead, man. I'm in the Pantera, and it's running fucking flawlessly, man. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. I made it home. The problem seems to have gone away, but it just all the way here, every stoplight, I'm sitting there with the motor racing, like the throttle was stuck, and it wasn't. It's just like something to do with electronics. I'm afraid rats may have eaten the wiring or something. I don't know, but by the time I got home, the bike started acting correctly. So, who knows?
Mm.
And what I do know is if it's something that I have to take it in for, it's like it's not cheap.
Expensive.
A little bit more than your regular Japanese bike to work on.
Yeah.
But it's not the difference between like Toyota and Ferrari. It's like a Suzuki with the same problem might cost $200 a fix, and my bike might cost $300. Something like that.
Yes.
Just as just to give you an idea, it's they're pretty. There's not much to a motorcycle. They're pretty straightforward. Something with the fuel injection just isn't acting right. But anyways, so we're looking at that roulette wheel watch. What brand was that?
That was a Jacob & Co.
Jacob. That's the company that Mike, the producer, likes.
Yes.
A lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's big on
Producer
them.
Mike. Yeah.
And yeah, well, it falls right into their kind of crazy. Jacob makes really crazy watches, don't they?
Yes.
They're kind of like Richard Mille. Like those two companies make really out there fucking crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say that, but yeah, kind of. They're Richard Mille is
more blingy, whereas this guy's more gimmicky.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's the easiest way to explain it.
Which is a company that has the like mean, evil-looking clown face with the big red mouth,
Chapek.
like the Joker clown. Is that Patek?
Chapek.
Chapek. Okay. Good. I think I'll remember that. I hope. So, did you miss me? Nobody answers.
Of course, we missed you, Mike. It's
I'm
not the
joking.
same as that.
I think that's the longest I've been gone from the show, except for maybe one other occasion.
You were gone from the show?
Yeah, exactly, huh?
Just busting your balls a little bit. You're right.
It's all good.
Oh, no, I cocked up. It wasn't Chapek, sorry. Konstantin Chaikin or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce shit.
Okay. Well, I find that watch pretty hideous anyways, so.
Well, CB has this watch. It's one of those ones, I guess, if you got a lot of other things, you get one of these, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's one of those. You've already got everything else. Why not get that? Oh, we got Poway.
We got Powie back. Powie. Oh, we've lost. We lost the rancher. This is an interesting mix here. Hello.
Well, I tell you something, Archie. I've eaten my first share of edibles, and I've had all sorts of little bits and bobs over the years. And I tell you something, I'm gonna have to get myself some of that Kermex that you're on, because you're absolutely fucked on it. You're out. You're out. You're off your fucking rocker. You need to give it a rest.
Super chat.
You give it a rest.
Super chat.
You're spaced out.
Pavel.
$2.
I missed Mike. Thank you, Pavel.
Thanks, Pavel. I missed being on the show. I'll tell you that. Even though I was out having
this is the same watch that CB's got.
This watch, correct?
Chaikin. It's a Chaikin, not a chat. This is a Chaikin.
Yeah, I know. I fucked it up. Yeah.
Sorry, that's okay.
Konstantin Chaikin.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Look, if you've got everything else, you buy this. Happy days, right?
Yeah, it's a fun kind of almost like a joke, like a party thing.
And we got
to watch.
Jean-Claude Beaver, $3. Arch, please pull up Pat Tech Lodge on Instagram and show first picture. Do you want me to do that, Timely, or you want to bring it up?
I'll have a go.
Okay.
Just give me a couple minutes. Free round here.
That's okay. That's okay.
Has Saad not been around?
He came on for a little bit, didn't he? Saad was on for a little bit. I think was Saad today?
No, not today.
Somebody in the chat said I missed Saad, so I didn't know whether he'd also gone MOA or whatever it's called, MIA, missing in action. I missed Saad. I missed all you guys. Even though I was out having the time of my life with my brothers, when 4 o'clock rolled around, I was like, fuck, I wish we were so far out in the mountains, there's no reception.
Oh, no worries.
So I couldn't call, couldn't nothing. It's almost nice like that, because if like my brothers' lives are so overwhelmed by meetings and their communications and stuff, they get out there and they physically can't. Nobody can get a hold of them, so it's like they use that as a refuge, place to get away.
Yes. I got to tell you, these sort of watches here, I don't know whether it's kind of my cup of tea. I don't have enough money to play in this field.
No.
Same as those roulette wheel watches. We had Guns Out. That's a great fantasy watch.
The Tech Lodge. This is the.
He said the first one. Bring up the first one.
Same one here. I haven't logged in because I'm going to log in and talk to myself. But
no, that's okay.
I like that it's on a bracelet.
So that's a double split. That'd be a double split, isn't it? Seems to be a double split. Fuck, that'd be expensive. Very beautiful.
Super chat.
Beautiful indeed there. That's amazing. Super chat, Sirocco Sales, $2. Tell us about the hunting massacre, Mikey.
Unfortunately, I took another shot and missed. And that was it. That was my only opportunity. And I blew it again. But third time's a charm, right? So I'll get one the next time I go out.
I think you're missing on purpose.
No, my first shot was really long and so I aimed right at the body, by the time the bullet had gotten there, it had dropped a foot, and so it hit low, and I missed him. But that was at 580 yards. Okay, like longer than 2 football fields. It was a long shot, so the bullet dropped quite a bit. This time it was 150 yards, and there is no bullet drop at 150 yards. But in my head, I was like, okay, don't make this mistake you made last time. So I shot towards the upper part of the animal, and the bullet just went sailing right over the top of him. Fucking just super clean miss, right over the top. I shouldn't have been thinking. I should have just put it right on the fucking thing, mark, and pull the trigger. But whatever, it's all good.
That's okay.
We don't go out there like whether or not we are successful in getting anything is absolutely irrelevant.
Super chat.
We go out there to have fun with my brothers and bond.
Super chat. Anthony Napoli, $2. Mike, would you do a show on the dungeon with Sard?
Yeah, sometime, at least a single show. What time is the dungeon on? Or it could be on any time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like before the Archie show or something. After the Archie show, it's kind of really cutting into the end of my day, and I've got to go take care of my mother, and then get back here and eat dinner, and just by the time I'm done doing domestic stuff, it's bedtime.
Are you domesticated?
Not very at all. But just I consider food and doing the dishes and cleaning up afterwards and cooking and all that domestic duties. So
when's Sard coming over?
He said June, I think, is when he said. He's absolutely welcome if he really does want to come over here. But he's going to be in for kind of a shock. I'll clean my house up as nicely as I can, but that little doggy that I didn't like.
This is a better
really,
picture of the
look
one.
at that.
What's
That's
his name?
the double split. Now, is that where the two hands rest, or did they just catch the picture at that point? They look centered between the numbers.
No, that's so that's.
I don't know. I don't own one.
They've just done that for the photo, but it's two
second hands.
You wouldn't think so. You'd think they would start at the top, Mike, if they're a chronograph.
Yeah,
no, but it's just so they can show it for the photo. They show it for the photo.
Yeah, but you think like at some point the two would line up together as one, like and operate that way, and then if you push the button again, it'd start a second timer, and then that one would, or stop the first one and start the second one, or something like that.
Does it have a reference number for it, Timely?
Yeah, it's a 5950.
5950. Let's have a guess. How much do you think it is? Let's guess the price.
I'm gonna say about 100,000 Australian.
Ooh. I was going to say 80,000 American, so I think we're both talking about the same
money.
number.
Yeah, I reckon 125. That's what I'll go for, and the price is right.
Yeah, 80 to 100,000 American.
All right, Larry, what's the price?
400.
Oh, 400. Oh my god.
No, I'm good. Thanks. I think hang on. My heart just fucking skipped a bit.
Can I have a discount on that?
I'll
what if you buy do?
Hollywood Squares. Pat, I'll take the house, please, instead of the watch.
Christ almighty.
Maybe the Australian way is you're fucking kidding. 400 grand. This fucking thing's only worth 100.
And that's American. American.
It's gotta hurt.
They actually, I'll just bring that up. I found a Houdinki article on that watch, and
pull it up, Arch.
400's a house.
Jesus Christo.
So here we go. It's a quick look. It's a modern mega chronograph. It's
Okay.
easier to they produced. So talk about that. The manual. So the 59. See, that's about 100 for a 5960 or a 5170. But they also well, it's a little bit cheaper. But they also ultra high end chronograph that you seldom see in the real world. One such example is a mono pusher split seconds. You see here in this credible 5950.
Yeah, the other one didn't have an upper button, did it? The split second one? It only had the crown.
I know this is the split second. This is the same model. This is the same.
Different dial.
Same.
Did I just not notice the button, the square
You
button?
didn't notice it. You didn't notice it. Same thing, different
Okay.
color.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this here, it goes. It's not a watch you'll likely see in any retailer's window. A small handful are produced each year. Retail price is 441,000 Swiss francs.
Man,
Holy shit!
Paying for exclusivity.
Sorry.
How did the two secondhand work? Do they start together, and then when you push it, one stops and the other one continues? Or
I think you press it, and you press it again, and it starts. It's a split second. So once one going, then press it again, and it starts the next one.
Ah.
So if you had this watch and you decided to sell it, you could probably buy the entire company of Loris.
Yes.
And all their stock holdings and everything. Just take over.
And that's what that second stop is for. How quickly the shareholders, voted yes, we'll sell the company.
Correct. Okay, no.
The case shape is really elegant, and I like the way the lugs transition from the case out. And I mean, it is beautiful. And I like the TV shaped case with kind of a round dial.
Super chat.
Like
Super chat. Here we go. Anthony Napoli, $2. Zoom and enhance the pick of the movement. So let's have a look at the movement.
You've been watching Watchfinder and Co, haven't you, Mikey?
There we go. That's the
Have a
movement.
live
There we go.
transition
Look at that.
phase.
It's even got some engraving there. A little bit of
look at that.
engraving.
Zoom in.
So is that a rooter or is that a hand
that's the
winder?
most I can zoom in. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Looks like
There you
it's
go.
hand winder, huh? Or is that a micro rotor up top right? I can't. My eyesight's not.
No,
That's a
this
balance,
is hand
right?
wound. Hand.
So
width
it's a hand
wound.
winder. Okay. Well, that's
That's
just as
a
good.
balanced cock.
I'll take a hand winder over an automatic. They're equal in my eyes. They're both just as good.
That's a balanced cock.
Yeah.
Hand
Okay.
wound balanced cock.
Mm-hmm. So what's the other larger wheel down to the at 3 o'clock? Is that just a gear, or is that
That's
the balance?
one of the train. It's part of the train of wheels, Mikey.
Yeah. Okay.
Sirocco sales $5.
$5 from Sirocco sales. Arch, I heard a rumor you paid off the HELOC. Didn't tell it. Don't tell me it ain't so. Yeah, I got some insurance money, and I've reduced that significantly.
Oh, good for you. That's great.
Wow. The HELOC money is not so cheap anymore because interest rates in Australia, the variable rate's just under 6%.
Variables kind of scary, and you just don't want to, if possible. I
See,
think it's
we
preferred to
don't
not
we
be
don't
in
lock
debt.
in. We don't lock in for the time that you guys do. See, we can only lock in. You guys lock in for the life of your mortgage.
Home loans
We don't do that
around
here.
here are like 20-year or 30-year loans, and they usually, as far as I know, I don't know shit about home loans, but I know I've heard people stay away from adjustable because they, there's the possibility of it adjusting like fucking through the roof, and then next thing you know, you're stuck paying way more than you thought you were going to be. So, but yeah, the fact that you got rid of you knocked your HELOC way down, and you're not in debt, or you're in much less debt, is a super great thing, Arch.
Yes. Well, it is what it is. But this is the Archieverse. We're going to be here for many, many. Well, we hope we are. Who knows? Sometimes we have ups and downs, but it's okay.
It sounded today like you had an epiphany or something, Archie. What the video that you posted today, where you were talking about semi-retiring, and you sounded quite sane in the way that you were approaching.
Yeah,
well,
this
the
comic shit is making you think too rationally.
Look, I think realistically, we all worry about things. There's no certainties in any things.
Yeah, you're right.
The problem is I'm kind of 50, and you realize you're no longer flavor of the month.
I know somebody that might be able to give you...
Timely's in the prime because he's late 30s. This is when they want
shit.
you.
This is the prime.
This is the prime. Yeah. Once you get into the higher 40s, it all falls away. See.
Well, you were talking about you couldn't. Do you want to go back to IT? I know someone that is in Mount Gravatt that I've known for 30 years, and they have a IT service for real estate and all this sort of stuff, and it's SME. Do you want to get back into IT?
Got you.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest with you, Gunzap, sometimes
everybody on the panel sounds like they're on Carmex.
Carmex. Look, I think we had a good show today.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning in Amsterdam, so
3 o'clock. What are you doing up?
I was around, but I do have to go to bed. So, and I'm wondering whether I've got COVID or something as well. So,
Anthony Napoli.
Yeah.
Anthony Napoli, $5. Can Patel Philippe share with us his investment strategies, as he has done really well for himself financially? He has done very well.
For such a fine young gentleman. Yes.
He's not that old.
No.
Tanzil is not that old at all.
Tan is the man.
Hello, we got a comment from Palway. Oh.
I enjoy Archie, Timely, and Mike. You betcha. And Gunzap, you've joined that. Your girlfriend's sleeping now? She's currently sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I better go back.
You better go back to bed there. Go. I don't want you to get into trouble.
Number one rule of investing: choose rich
parents.
That is rule number one. And if rule number 2 and rule number 3 don't work, revert back to rule number 1.
100% right.
On that.
100% right. No, these paddocks here, these are very special critters. These are very special. Split second. So you realize that is like double the price of a standard Patek chronograph, more than double. Mm-hmm. Timely, as a watchmaker, is it that hard to do a split second? What's involved in that, Timely?
First of all, let's go easy on the term watchmaker. I'm just a fucking hobbyist, right?
Okay.
Don't make me out to be something I'm not. And to be honest, I can't do a chronograph, let alone a split chronograph. So it would be far more, I guess, complicated than a standard one. And the standard one, that looks like there's fucking parts all over a bench when you look at one.
Yes.
So let's use the watchmaker term very, very carefully there, because I'm not one of them.
but you know more about it than the average bear, average punter.
Yeah.
Is it worth $300,000 more over the regular chronograph?
It says Patek, so that means yes.
Yeah.
Anthony Napoli super chat, $2.
Anthony Napoli, $2. Rule number 1: get an education.
I've got that, but I found that that's not always the case. That one doesn't work anymore so much. Most of the time, but I've got 2 friends that got into computers right at the beginning of the computer age, and they didn't go to college. They just knew about computers and got a job early on at like Intel.
Yes.
Or and fuck, they're making 300,000-400,000 working at home, just doing phone meetings and working on the computer. But they just got their foot in the door into an industry that exploded real early.
Oh, I see.
They didn't go to college for 4 years and learn computers. They were just already computer nerds, and they chose wisely, got hired up early on, and worked their way up. And by now, if you stay in that industry, of course you're going to be fucking vice president or something after. But
hopefully,
something like that.
Very interesting.
My associate's degree from fine pottery from DeVry University, exactly, and basket weaving. I got a BA in basket weaving. flower arranging, and
and incense burning.
I don't do incense.
Sometimes I like to burn. That can actually be. I went to the naturopath. They were burning shit when I had acupuncture. That sometimes can make you feel more relaxed.
Yeah. If it's done tastefully.
It does. And then you leave there and get out into the real world and meet your problems again. And all of a sudden you're just as fucking stressed as you was before you left, before you went in.
Exactly. That's pretty true. Pretty damn true there. Yes, sir. That's it.
You got to. This is the key to happiness, Archie. Ready? You ready for it?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Fix the fucking problems that give you anxiety first, then go to the naturopath.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good point.
Not bad, eh?
Get rid of the stress.
I'm up to that all by myself.
Makers.
Here you go, Anthony Napoli, $5.
Anthony, college teaches you the secret language of corporate speak that can take a person very far. Interesting.
True. I agree. My brother, that's the CEO of a very large steel company that is a division of Reliance Steel, which is one of the biggest steel companies in the world.
So why are you working with him?
Well, he lives down south in Southern California, but he got a degree, and the job requirement just required a degree, and so he got the job there. But then he worked his way up, and now he's CEO. And he didn't get a degree in like having anything to do with that company or what it does or make. It's just
I think we might just end this poll here. Should we get the narc back? 53%. Okay, there we go. I think we might have to run this poll 3 days in a row just to get a good spread of statistics.
You just that fucking no, and then it's like, yep, that's it. Pulse in, we're done. Thank you.
Pulse in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No more of those.
All right, there you go. Ran the poll. We let it run for a long time, right?
We let it run. Yeah. There we go. Yes, Tan's our man there. It's I got to tell you what I find interesting is these broad fantasy watches there. That split second. Oh my god, that'd be fucking surreal. You know, I don't know if could an average person afford to service that thing. It'd probably be $10,000 to service it.
Well, if you can afford to watch, you can afford to service it. That's kind of.
Not really. Not necessarily.
So? Oh, I don't know, man. At 400 grand, I wouldn't be buying it unless
I know
had,
a lot of people in the watch game
50
who
times that wealth just laying around.
But I know a lot of people in the watch thing, they aren't that wealthy, but they have some amazing watches. Like you would think they're a lot more wealthier than they are. And it's just that they're real keen enthusiasts who sacrificed a lot to get these things.
Mm-hmm.
But Gunzap, is he still there? Yeah, Gunzap.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
Man, if you got to go to bed, you get to bed, man. We thank you.
I've been trying to say, you know, good night, gentlemen, and thank you, and so on and so forth. But yeah,
I don't think we've met, Gunzap.
Good night, Gunzap.
Yeah,
Nice
really
to meet
nice
you.
to
Sleep
hang
well.
out with you guys. Very, very cool. Be well. Have a nice evening or morning, wherever you may be.
Thank you, Gunzap.
Thank you. You're a
Sleep
gentleman.
well.
Yeah, he's quite a nice
cool.
guy. He did some fantastic videos a number of years ago. Fantastic guy. He had a bit of a rough patch there. Like, I don't know if you know his story. He was from Brisbane. He's from Brisbane. And he met a girl from the Netherlands. They got married. They went to the Netherlands, and unfortunately, they had a kid, and then unfortunately, they got divorced.
Oh shit!
No
good.
The wrench in the works.
Yeah, I suppose that's what happens in life. I just got to grab a coffee.
Coffee time. Look at that service, hand delivered.
Yes. Powie, Archie, why don't you light up a cigar and drink some decent whiskey on your show tomorrow? I actually don't have any cigars, believe it or not. I have consumed them all. And
what's your go-tos if you do get some? What's your cigar?
Seriously, I don't know if I really want to smoke that much anymore. You know, I'm 50. You slow down on some of these things. I don't know. You know, what age do you slow down a bit?
That wasn't my question.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, in Australia, cigars are so fucking. You're looking at $20 a stick.
It's gotta hurt. And which one do you go for? For fuck's sake, answer the question.
Look, my favorite cigars, Monte Cristos. I like Bolivar.
Never had a Bolivar cigar.
Yeah.
What's or automatic?
I got to tell you,
That joke, but I got to try.
I used to love cigar. I still do, but you know, they even take the wrappers off the cigars in Australia. Wrapper art you're not allowed to. It's such a
now everything's all about you get cancer of this and you'll fucking have an aneurysm for that and whatever plain packaging.
A packet of cigarettes. What's a packet of cigarettes in Oz?
Depends what you buy. If you buy like good stuff, it's around the $50 mark. And if you buy the hay, it's like fucking $25 or something.
For a pack?
$5.
Pavel, $5. Arch, you and Gunzap have a lot in common. Your best work was years ago.
Fucking hell. So, Archie, again. So,
yes.
Monte Cristos. Anything else other than watches, pullovers you like to smoke?
I don't mind Romeo Julietas. That's quite a popular cigar in Australia.
Yeah, all right. Then they're
not. They're right.
Yeah, they're just if you need a cigar and you go somewhere and they're just fucking there.
They're expensive. Everything's expensive. Sorry, we've already had that conversation there.
Do I have to say it again?
Do you smoke cigars? Do you smoke cigars, Mike?
I have smoked cigars. I don't buy them. If one's given to me and everybody's, smoking one, somebody
You'll
has a
have one.
kid, or they pass one out, I'll smoke one with them. But I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever smoked one like from beginning to end.
Oh, okay.
My,
Because you
my
don't
fa-
you
sorry,
normally
my
don't inhale them. That's the whole thing
no,
with
you
them.
don't
You
inhale the
don't.
fucking thing.
You,
Jesus
you
Christ.
inhale like a little bit, right? Just
We
to,
got
like
Doc
the
BBW. Hello, Doc.
How's it going there, fellas?
Is
Hey, Doc.
cigar
Hey, mate.
smoking bad for you, Doc?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
Is cigar smoking bad for your health, Doc?
God, what's going on? Is something bad for your health? But I'm not hearing it.
Cigar smoking. Cigar
Yeah.
smoking.
Patel
Well,
Philippe.
it's all bad, but cigars are probably better than cigarettes because people don't generally inhale as much and there's less chemicals.
Yeah.
Tasmanian Esplenditos.
There
Let me
we
see if I
go.
can do something with this.
Flores
Yeah,
y
we can hear you
Rodriguez
perfectly.
Tamboril. That's the best one. That's a nice cigar, though.
Arnold Schwarzenegger likes his cigar, and somebody asked him to put the same question, and he just basically said, "As few cigars as I actually smoke, he didn't think it was that bad for him."
Does your father smoke cigars? No? Then happy Mother's Day to your father.
Well, the downside to cigars is there's no filter. Like cigarettes have a filter generally,
Mm-hmm.
but cigarettes have all sorts of added chemicals to them, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
hundreds of them. And cigars
Yes.
don't generally have that. So cigars are going to be a little more natural. And also the nicotine is artificially higher in cigarettes, slightly more than cigars.
Oh. Oh, Tommy wants the link. Tommy wants to come on. Let's get him
Yes.
on. Yeah,
Bobby.
put the link there. Patel Philippe, I prefer cigarettes. Feels less committed. Those were the days, when we were younger, Tommy, people smoked a lot more.
Heaps. A lot more. Heaps more. And shit was a lot cheaper, too. Here you go. Super Chats. Rocco Sales. $2.
Sirocco Sales, Doc, please sing the old classic, Fly Me to the Moon.
Among the stars. Yeah, Sinatra went to the moon just as likely as the Apollo astronauts did. So,
Anthony
there is that.
Napoli, Arch, just say to Narc you were being very bullish and getting on my nerves. I'm sorry if I exploded on you, but Narc, you have to realize when you're pissing people off and stop provoking them. I think that is actually the best
Or you could say,
comment.
nah, when you're ready to behave like a fucking man and not a little boy, you're welcome back on the show.
What do you think, Timely? Seriously, does Narc piss you off or you're okay? How do you feel about it?
He means well, but he goes the wrong way about it.
Yeah,
That's
his
how
delivery.
I,
His delivery
it's not what he's saying, it's how he comes around. So with you want it to get you to fire up, he wanted to get you to be Archie. I get it.
Yeah.
But then chastising you until you curl up in a fucking ball on screen in the camera, like, in the corner there, that's not how it's done. That's probably a Narky now. Now we got Tommy on. Okay.
Hey, Tommy, how are you?
Hang on. One of us only can bring him on. Yep.
Hey, Tommy, how are you?
What's going on, man?
What's the Narc? What's with the love for the Narc? Tell us this, Tommy. What did we do wrong?
Well, I like him a lot. I always thought he was entertaining ever since he first came on. I've emailed with him a few times, but hey, I'll stand by with whatever you say. I just don't think it was the best decision for you. Definitely not the audience.
So you banned him? Is that what happened?
No, I took his
just
keys
took away the keys for the StreamYard. He can come on, he just can't play videos and shit. The keys got taken away. That's all it is. Not banned.
Well, taking away the keys can be considered a temporary action.
Sure.
That's not a permanent thing.
I mean, sometimes he comes on and he's civilized, and then other times he comes on and he really has this, like, I'm right, you're stupid, and always in wrong, and and then he just fucking like lays into you with it, and like
Well,
that's when
you know,
it's a little too much to swallow.
the interesting thing is when people argue with other people, generally the person arguing thinks they're right. I mean, that's just the way arguments work.
Well, if you didn't, you wouldn't say
Of course,
anything.
but when you say "shut up, you're stupid," you're or the effect of that as you're arguing, that's kind of like.
All right,
Well,
let's put our feelings aside, right? He came on the show.
Sure.
Archie said, "Don't fucking play videos that are going to get me strikes." He still played the videos. He got toe punted out the fucking door, and he got the keys taken off him. Right? He's welcome to come on.
But weren't they
break the rules,
man?
man?
Weren't they
That's
clips
it.
of his own channel? Of your own channel? Why would he get strikes
No,
for that?
they were clips of Timmy, which I got shitted off when Timmy was playing that movie.
Yeah.
And I had to
agree.
get pretty.
Yeah, I agree. He pulled up stuff when you asked him not to, and I said that in the comments. But I also know
Well, how do
he
you
was
control
blaming
him? You
people.
can't just politely ask him. He just doesn't fucking listen.
You can't just let it go. This
I
is the
can't
thing,
answer
right?
that. I can't answer that, but I do
Yeah.
know he wasn't happy about the angelic comment. I think his position is more that even though angelic is sensitive, he was more sensitive to your messaging him, and he felt pressured, and that's why he didn't want to do it anymore, rather than Narc being who Narc is. I wasn't there, but I could see that being the case, and I don't blame either of you. I do think angelic is sensitive, even though he's a great guy, and that's kind of unfortunate, but it's who he is. We can't ask him to change. But I don't think blaming Narc is a great thing. I don't know. It definitely wouldn't sit right with me if I
But
was being
Angelic
blamed.
asked me. He said, "Hey, I want to do a show." I said, "Hey, that's fantastic. Let's do this, and I'll even throw some bickies some coins your way."
Yeah.
So, how was I putting pressure on him?
From what I understand, it might have been repeated messages. Maybe you made a comment that they didn't make that much money. I don't know what it was. And remember, you might not have
the
even
coins,
put on the pressure.
the coins that are thrown his way are subject to how much comes in. And I said to him, "There's no point to stay for 6 hours on a stream if it's not bringing any money in."
He could take that as a way of either you criticizing or
Well, I
maybe
wasn't anything. I'm concerned for him because I want to make sure he gets rewarded for his effort.
I get that, but do you Angelic is sensitive? Maybe he didn't take it that way. That's the problem. And the fact is, I don't know. I'm speculating. You have to talk to him.
No, I understand. Look. I can only try my best with these guys.
100%.
I was gone. So was there an incident?
Super chat.
Here we go. Anthony Napoli, $2. Big personalities go far in this YouTube space. Fair point. That's a fair point. Big personalities go far in this YouTube space.
Look, I get it, and I understand. Look, I like Narc, and I like what he brings to the channel as well. But when you're telling him to fucking stop something and he doesn't, I mean, how do you control that, right? I think what you did is the best you can do to try and control it. That's it.
Yeah, I think.
And I mean, the other thing that pissed me off was, right, I'll be honest with you, okay? Let's no one's watching, so I'll tell you this now. I didn't want Ross's incident with the rubber prosthetics to be given over and over. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay. But Narc continually kept showing that clip. He kept showing that clip. So it's not good. It's not good for Ross. It's not good for the channel. We're trying to bring the channel up a bit. It's okay as a gag once off, but he just kept bringing it up, and he went out of his way.
Super chat.
When I had some better guests, we had the professor on. I mean, professor doesn't want to see that sort of. I'm trying to say, hey, we do all sorts of things. We have a laugh, we do this, but when it's repeatedly just thrown at the lowest common denominator, I don't fucking want that there,
Sure.
Pavel, $5. Mike, big developments are afoot. Narc has been stripped of creative keys. And I mean, the other thing is, I'll be honest with you.
He's actually got him back. So everyone's having a big. Well, he came on not long ago and was able to change the screen to what he wanted. So he's obviously back.
Sure.
He has the keys. So everyone's got their fucking nose out of joint for nothing by the looks of it because he's back to where he was.
Is
it's
Angelic
feelings
happy?
now are a bit hurt.
Look, the thing is this. With that thing with the roster, I said to him, I don't want that played. I don't want that played. I don't think that's going down. I mean, it's okay as a bit of a gag once off, but we don't want to have.
Sorry,
that...
Archie. Sorry, Palway's dropped a comment about something about with Angelic. I've got the only thing that I've mentioned today about Narc has been the fact that he would put up videos against Archie's say so, or when Archie says stop, he keep going. I've said nothing about Angelic. I don't know what the fuck you're on about.
Yeah, and exactly the whole thing is, Palwy. My deal with Angelic is none of Narc's fucking business. Narc comes out and says, "Oh, you're not paying him well. He's not doing this right. You're not well, Narc. You're not involved. You don't know what I'm doing. It's none of your fucking business." The whole point of Narc is he finds out where your little thing that he can just dig to provoke. He's a provocateur, a protagonist,
antagonist.
Ten's saying that he doesn't have keys, but he came on before and was able to put his little free Narc fucking picture up, whatever it was, on the screen.
Actually, I put it up. I pulled it up because he doesn't.
Okay. Sorry, my bad then. Sorry,
no worries.
I apologize.
Yeah. Look, the thing is, he wouldn't behave. I don't want that gag with that plastic ass thing over and over. That's not what our channel's about. I'm trying
Honestly,
to move
too, if you say I don't want this to happen, for real, and somebody just like it goes in one ear and out the other, and they continue to do what you just politely ask them not to do, then there has to be repercussions, basically. Especially if they're blatant about it and they're just like, "Fuck you, I'm going to do it anyways." It's like, "Oh yeah, okay, told you so." But here, he dug that hole.
No, I'd like to see Angelic back. If he's watching, Angelic, you're a good bloke. I'd like to see you back on the stream. You're very entertaining. You're a good guy to watch.
He had a great stream. There was no pressure to do anything.
And what happened with Angelic? Did it have something to do with Narc? Or
you got to talk to Angelic, Mike. People can speculate. Can I ask you one thing, Paul? Did you talk to Narc off stream or in the background?
I don't even have Narc's number or email address. Okay. I got nothing with Narc.
All right. Because that's definitely something that you might be able to speak to him. I know you don't have it, but I know your friends do.
Well, I hope Angelic comes back on. He's one of my favorite people. I've
got Angelic's details, right?
I've got Angelic's as well, but I spoke to Angelic.
And I'm not going to be sharing anything, obviously, of Angelic's details. Obviously,
no.
Archie's ordered him on with his say so, with his permission to me. But I haven't got anything on Narcs. It'd be nice. Look.
The thing is, I love Narc. I love Narc's comedy, right? The thing is, he had that Ross Rachel Brady, the plastic ass thing. He kept bringing it up. I don't want that fucking brought up, okay? I tried to tell him, please don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want that up either. I think it's gross. But, that's something to speak to him in the background. Maybe he'll listen, maybe not. I don't know.
No, he won't listen. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen.
He comes on and he jams his adult opinion and advice down people's throats and then acts like a little kid, in terms of like not listening to Archie when he says, "I don't do that."
100% right. And I got to be totally honest with you. What are you supposed to say to these fucking people? You're trying to I'm trying to run a reasonable show. I'm trying to steer it in a. We've had some good shows, we've had some lousy shows, but overall, I'm trying to bring it up a bit, have a nice chat. We had, like today, I loved it. We had Gunzap, Mike came on, we had Clyde and Marky for a while. We had a good variety of guests. It was a good show.
Sure.
That's kind of cool. And it's great to have you jump on it. It's fantastic because it's one thing to put a comment, post a comment, but it's another thing. Jump on it. Let's have a chat. You can see the frustrations that we have.
Yeah, I came on
And
mostly because Doc was on. I like Doc a lot, and I like talking to you, Mike, Timely, etc.
Thanks, mate.
Absolutely.
Oh,
How were the super chats tonight?
Yeah, not bad.
they're okay.
Yeah.
We had a rogue wrench. There's all things I'm dealing. You don't realize I had a rogue wrench who banned some of the donors yesterday. You know that? That's why it's just pretty.
There's a bunch of things going on in the background that just Archie and a couple others are aware of. There's just shit going on left, right, and center.
Yeah.
We've got the Doc again. Doc's back again.
I can hear you. I had technical difficulties coming from the moon stage. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
first order of business is, that video can't be played anymore, right? That's the most important thing, and you go from there. I mean, isn't that video gets you in trouble? So,
well, that's exactly it. I
So-
kind of. Well, it's just not classy. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I want to try and bring the show up a notch.
Well, if they want that, get the dungeon cracking again. Let them go in there, and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do in there, right? But
I think that eventually Narc's gonna settle down, and it's not really that big a deal per se. Like it's not the end of the world if he doesn't play the video. So he'll probably just come to realize that it's not that big a deal at the end of the day.
I have his email. I can ask him not to do that, but I do know for a fact he's done a lot for you in other ways. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about loyalty. I think he's a great guy for the stream.
Overall,
Yeah,
he's a positive influence without a doubt.
Yeah, I like Narc.
Yeah, we shouldn't
It
ban positive
started out-
influences.
And even when he's busting my chops, I find it funny. I'm usually laughing when he does it.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. It's Look,
I think
these
it's just a
shows-
temporary misunderstanding, and he's a big man. I know we joke about Narc all the time, but he's a big man, and it's just going to take a little time.
Here we go, Rick Vasava, $2.20. You are the boss, Arch. What you say goes.
100%. But
And
if you
ultimately,
challenge someone and they're declining, you're going to let them decline.
The interesting thing is that Narc would be the first to scream at you, Archie, to act like the boss under normal circumstances, anyway.
What's funny is this, right? So the Archie now listening to everyone, yeah, all right, yeah, maybe you're right, nah, maybe this, that, whatever. The Archie of old would have listened to everyone and go, you know what? I made my fucking decision. That's it. It's done. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was directed at anybody else, he would be applauding it. He would be applauding that you made a decision, that you acted like the boss that you're supposed to be.
For sure.
I got to tell you, it's it's an enjoyable show. Now, Angelic, if you're watching there, people love you. If you want to do a show, as I said to you last night, you're always welcome back.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Have you linked,
just
have
awesome.
you linked to JJ? Sorry, just quickly.
Yes, I have linked
man.
to JJ. Yes, definitely.
Are we done, or should I talk watches a little bit? I almost
You can
bought a
talk
watch.
anything you want.
You got
Yeah, what did
one
you
minute
almost
to
buy?
talk watches.
I almost bought a watch.
What did you buy?
I almost bought a watch.
What'd you almost buy?
There you go.
Because I had my Speedmaster stolen.
Yes.
Several years ago.
Yes.
And I've finally sort of more or less gotten over it. And I almost bought a first Amiga in space. I came this close to buying it for $4,000.
Oh,
What stopped
that would have
you?
been a good deal.
It's not
And
a
I just-
Daytona. He won't buy it.
Well, not only that, I said I'm almost over the stolen Speedmaster. I just couldn't quite do it. I couldn't quite do it. The price was good. The watch was good. I couldn't do it. I was still thinking about the stolen one.
Oh man.
Wow. Okay. Fair call.
You don't think the replacement would alleviate the pain from the stolen one?
Well,
you were hoping
originally that's what I was thinking, but the problem for me is that I started realizing every time I look at the first Amiga in space, I would be thinking about the 861 transitional, which had some similarities but had some superiority to the first Amiga in space. Maybe I just have to go ahead and bite the bullet and spend the money on an Ed White, and then I can appreciate it as something of an improvement.
Sure.
So didn't want to be a downer, but I mean, I almost bought a watch, and it's a cool watch. I think they're really nice watch.
All right, Archie, you got
If you thought about a broad arrow, I had somebody, you know, who we had Gunzap on. He's got a broad arrow. That could be a beautiful.
And actually, did they have something of a knockoff of a broad arrow in Vegas when we were there? It seems like they had something in their boutique similar to a broad arrow.
Yeah.
Like a reintroduced something close to a broad arrow. I agree. I think the problem was that with the first Amiga in space, it's something that I originally said no, I'd rather have the 861, and so it was less than. So I need something that's more than the 861 that was stolen. Then I can probably feel good about it.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up. It's been a great show today. Thank you so much. Mikey, thank you. Thank you, Timely. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Gunzap.
Thanks for having me.
The Rancher, the GOG Trainer. We had a list of people on here today. It was a great stream.
Everybody needs to hit the thumb up.
Please hit the thumb up, guys. I'll be streaming in 8.5 hours' time. And I'll also be streaming tomorrow. So, Timely, you're on tomorrow?
I'll let you know. We'll see what happens because it's public holiday.
Oh, that's sorry. Yes.
I don't know if I got something going yet. If we were at someone's
that's okay,
house,
man. Family first, man. We love you. Okay.
All good.
No problems at all. Sorry, that's right. It's Anzac Day in Australia. That's like our veterans, 4th of July. It's like our 4th of July.
Oh, nice.
Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Love yous all. Be happy, be cheery, and see you later.